Hello. Hi, Axel. First, here, easy. How does my volume sound? Oh, oops. Of course, I forgot my music. See, I've been streaming for like a couple months already, and I'm still not used to what I usually do. Like, I learned how to build a routine in terms of setting OBS, setting up VTube Studio, setting up my restream, setting up this other program. Keep forgetting what it's called, but it's like even up to now, like there's always like one thing I'm forgetting, and that's music. Like I have like I use YouTube Music actually in the background, and I think it's because I know Mimic set up my playlist so I don't get any like copyright issues. Yeah, like we literally look up like copyright free lo-fi music just to like put in the background, which is really strategic. So for any aspiring VTubers watching right now and or this VOD in the future or present as we speak right now, that's a pretty good tip. Or if you like type royalty free music on YouTube, you get a lot of free stuff. Oh my god, Cookie Boba, stop. She's so distracting. She was like meowing over me the whole time that I was talking to. But anyways, welcome to my Just Chatting stream. For once, I am, like, not out of breath starting my stream, because, like, usually when I do my Mondays and Thursday streams, I think, like, okay, well, this is the schedule I made, I have to respect it, I have to, like, honor it, but, like, no, oh my god, I have, like, 50, okay. What was I gonna say? Yeah, but like my Wednesday streams, I don't really announce just because I assume, well, it's just supposed to be a Just Chatting stream. Okay. Technically, it was supposed to be called a study stream. However, I changed it to Just Chatting for today in the off chance I don't get any studying done. Like, maybe I'll look up some facts that I need to remember for, like, nursing. But in general, like, I kind of just, like, prefer to just have like a nice Just Chatting stream today. So I'm still in the process of correcting my sleep schedule. I know I said this many times, but I swear to God, I think I might be onto something. So I did this morning I was able to get my CPR certification renewed. So yeah, I finally have that under AHA. AHA is American Heart Association. That's like the big team life organization that everybody really likes. Ah, Bunny Kimmy. Oh, we just met on Movie Stream. You're starting streaming soon too, aren't you? How are you? I'm AtlasCake, by the way, but you can just call me Cake. But I'm okay with Atlas too, because Atlas is I feel like I've been told this before, but people are like, oh, you're not Cake? I kind of like Atlas better. It sounds more like baddie. And I'm like, baddie? And I'm like, I feel too awkward inside to have a really badass name. So I have my doofy name, Atlas Cake, instead. Oh, thank you. I'm doing good. I'm a nurse IRL and in my VTuber lore. I know, breaking immersion by saying that, but whatever. And so mostly I've been taking overnight shifts as a nurse, but lately, like, my body is just not sitting well with it. So I'm a little bit woozy right now because I really tried my best to, like, stay awake during the day hours. Like, I had no choice because, I had, I had my CPR class. Axel says, bro, let me just split my screen into 3 streams now. Bunny, Cake, and Moofy. Oh my god. How are you gonna be able to hear all of us? Oh, you know what's, I really wish that there was a caption feature for streams. And I'm not saying this so that I can slack off in class and, like, support my VTuber homies. It's just, like, you know, so I actually, before I became a nurse, I actually graduated with a speech language pathology degree, and one of the courses I had to take was audiology, and I also had to take American Sign Language at one point. And so I got to understand a bit about the deaf community, and I thought it was really cool. And it got me thinking, like, I really wish a lot of, like, social media platforms with, like, video as media, I wish they were more inclusive of, people, who would like the lovely subtitles, And I don't mean subtitles at the VOD. Like, I would like it, like, now as we speak. So Bunny says, I'm a lifeguard. Oh my god, thank you for help us back to health. Oh, I'm not doing anything. You're saving lives. You're a lifeguard. That's actually really freaking cool. Like, the idea of someone being a lifeguard, it's like, wow, if, like, my kid was a lifeguard, I'd be so fucking proud. I have a bit of, like, a fear of, like, water. So, like, I can't do what you do. So that like, props to you. I fear-mongered myself into being afraid of sharks. I swear Jaws didn't do that for me. I know everybody's like, the movie's so wacky. It, like, fear-mongered sharks and stuff. But no, I did that to myself because I was, like, a fan of all those documentaries and Shark Week shit. And so I kept... Oops, sorry, I cuss a lot. Just letting you know. Axa says, you got Axa closed caption. Very accurate, Jersey. Closed caption. Oh, you love the water? I have a love-hate relationship with the water. That's one thing I will say. If I am afraid of the idea of coming close to, like, sea creatures or anything I don't want to know that exists down there, but, like, learning about it is pretty damn fascinating. Like, so it's like a love and hate relationship. Like, for example, when I learned that, giant sperm whales and giant squids are known to have, like, epic anime battles deep, like, down the ocean, like, I thought that was such a fascinating fun fact. And people knew this. So we never have, like, a recording or photography of those two creatures battling each other, but every time, researchers would find sperm whales, they'll see the bruises, the attacks of what is probably the giant squid. And so that's how, and then so if you actually go to, like, the National Museum of History all the way in, well, actually, there's a couple of them, but I know I had a vacation in New York that one time, and there's an exhibit there, and it's actually really terrifying to look at because there's no lighting and there isn't even a glass panel over it. So it like really freaked me out to see it up close. Gave me anxiety. So Axel says, that's so cool, Bunny. I love water too, but you must be a pro at swimming. Yeah, I get the feeling. Yeah, can I just say, pro swimmers are, like, low-key really attractive. Bunny says, scary movies and games make me curl to a ball. That's me too. The weird part is that I also have a love-hate relationship with horror movies and horror games as well. Like, I know a lot of horror movies. I love horror movies. I really want to do, like, a bunch of horror movies this, like, October. However, like, if I can't do a horror game, like, I'm really... Oh my god, like, okay, so Resident Evil 0 is one of the worst Resident Evil games, and yet it still freaked me out anyway, so I would do this thing where I would play it, and then every now and then I'd have to take a couple of months to, like, center myself and then go back to it. Like, that's how much of, like, a wuss I am. And then growing up, I realized Resident Evil's not even, like, that scary, and nowadays it's more, like, action-adventure-y now, so it's like, I don't know why, I have no idea why I'm, like, scared of that. So Buddy says, it's crazy, we know more about space and not our own water. I was just thinking that! That is so cool. Oh my god, yeah, no, I grew up with somebody telling me the fun fact, like, oh yeah, like, scientists and researchers know, like, more about space than they do of water, and it's like, oh, it freaks me out so much. Your voice is very adorable, by the way. Oh my god, thank you! That's so sweet. Wow, I think I got, like, goosebumps out of that compliment. I know this is very cliche, because everybody says they hate their own voice, but I think I have a really annoying voice, because, like, sometimes I'll watch my VODs, and I'm like, there's no way people think I'm in my mid-20s. I'm pretty sure I'm, like, I don't know, I entered high school, and I'm excited for my first day of school. That's the impression, like, of my voice that sounds like to me, and it makes me so sad. Axel says, I know, right, she has a nice, cute, adorable voice. I just messed up my English there. I just said I don't. That's another thing. If you ever visit my streams, I don't know how to English sometimes. Axel says, I told her that too. That's why she's doing ASMR videos sometime soon. I never said that. I never said that. I don't remember ever saying that. And it's funny because, like, I have a Blue Yeti mic that is good for ASMR, but it's like, I can't. I did it one time. So one of my best friends years ago had, like, a really sad breakup, and she didn't want to, like, go to sleep alone. So she had, like, one of those, like, long distance relationships on Discord. So you know how, like, some, servers have like sleep calls, so she used to have a sleep call with her boyfriend, and so it was like one of the first nights where she didn't have her boyfriend in sleep call, so like I was her boyfriend for the night, and then she was really sad, and then so I'm like, would you like some ASMR? Because I know she really likes it, and it's funny because I didn't expect her to say yes, but she said yes, so I'm like, oh, okay. So I take out my glass mason jar and I just tap it for like until she goes to sleep. And it wasn't clear when she goes to sleep because, you know, she doesn't snore or anything. So I was doing that for like a good 22 minutes. And I'm like, oh my fucking god, my hands are so tired. But like, I have to do it for the homie so she can sleep. Anyways, well, where was I? Oh, you have a Blue Yeti too? See, Axel, you should really get a Blue Yeti. Like, honestly, like, this is like a golden standard of a mic. Like, I'm so happy I have this. And honestly, like, don't be afraid to get it renewed. Oh, Axel says everyone in this damn world has a Blue Yeti. It's like cake is haunting me. No, really, I really think you should. I feel, and again, I'm sorry I didn't say the Blue Yeti earlier to you, Axel, before you got a new mic. In my head, because, like, I remember you said you were gonna start streaming, like, you know, like, long, you know, down the road when you get your own place. I assumed you were gonna get your mic much later, so I'm like, damn. I read supposedly this mic I got was really good. What mic did you read? Yeah, like what brand did you get, if you don't mind me asking? Also, by the way, I did make myself mac and cheese and I didn't eat it before stream because I'm doofy like that. So if you see my mouth opening weird, like, I swear the audio is still fine. I'm just eating, and no, it won't be eating ASMR. Thank God I'm not eating anything crunchy. Oh, that's some good shit. Oh, that's wonderful. You might just need an arm mount for it. And have it closer to your mouth. HyperX Quadcast. I think I heard of that. The thing is, like, so Mimic, before he got a Blue Yeti, he actually had a mic that needed an arm mount too. And I have to say, it was kind of annoying every now and then. To like deal with, like, if I was ever like using his PC for like homework because like mine was like acting up, like that thing was like in the way sometimes. And I find that when you move back even just a few inches away from like the little arm mount or however it's situated, it won't always pick up your voice. Me with the Blue Yeti, if I move direction to direction, back and forth, like, you will still hear me just fine. And like obviously, if I do this, you'll hear me much more, you know, like, but if I sit in the back, relax, eating my mac and cheese, it's, you know, I'm having fun because I'm relaxed and, you know, you guys can still hear me. At least I hope you guys can, because that would be embarrassing if I was like hyping up this mic and you couldn't hear me. HyperX, the headset are good. Okay, yeah, I feel like I heard of HyperX. I haven't heard of Podcast specifically. I don't like the idea of mounting a mic either, just because, like, I don't want it to, like, accidentally, like, the installation might scratch my desk. Like, I have a used desk anyway. Like, all the furniture I got for this house is, like, mainly free, because I'm broke. Axel says that's how I got a talk in the mic so you can all hear me. Yeah, I mean, you know, funny because like Mimic's mic, his old mic wasn't even considered bad. It's just that he got annoyed with it sometimes because, you know, he always had to like sit up, save money first. Yeah, okay, so I did move out of my mom's house a few months ago in the beginning of the summer because I just wanted to like experience, you know, it for a while. It probably wasn't financially smart, because I'm really losing funds fast. Nurses do not make as much as people say they do, and in any case, like I've only been a nurse for like a couple of years, so it's not like I have like a great salary. It's not a bad salary. I'm also in a master's program too, so I actually work per diem. So I choose my hours. So it sounds like it almost seems like I have a bunch of free time and like I just like sit like I have a lot of free time to like chill. But like that's because like I don't know I don't take as many shifts as I should. Like nursing stresses me out. It burns me out. I have too many nursing stories. But yeah, no, I actually moved out of my mom's house temporarily just to save myself. I just wasn't. I feel like my mental health just wasn't where it should have been. Okay, well, honestly, I still have poo poo mental health every now and then, even in this house. But like, it was just important for me that I wanted to have space away from my family. You think you just need to adjust the mic settings? Did you find the gain setting on your mic? Gain is like, again, it's hard to help you out if I don't know the mic specifically, but like that the setting is what you want to look at. I would just do a YouTube tutorial on your mic if you wanna stick to that mic. Saving lives takes a toll. Yeah, it does. I mean, honestly, I've been burnt out from university life and nursing program because I have 2 bachelor's degree because I'm stupid like that. So I've been burnt out of school. So to go straight into nursing even after school, it's like, oh my god, like it was really easy to feel burnt out. And if I had to be honest, like yes, I love the idea of nursing because, you know, I'm helping people, but it wasn't my first choice of a career. My family kind of just kind of gave me that nudge into it so that I can, you know, provide for myself financially. And while I understand their support, every now and then I do have moments where I regret being a nurse, I'll be honest. But I am first and foremost a mental health advocate. I was originally a psych major because I wanted to be a therapist, but growing up, you know, all my family is like, oh, that doesn't make much. Oh, liberal arts, that doesn't make much. And it's like, I understand. It doesn't, you know, depending on what you have, depending on your specialty. And so that's what made me switch from psychology to something in nursing. Well, actually, I had a speech therapy phase at one point, but no one needs to hear about that life. So yeah, when I went into nursing, I decided to do something that was close to my heart, which was mental health. So that's why I'm a psychiatric nurse, and I market that a lot, I guess. And you know, when I introduce myself, it kind of just feels like my life. Axel says, lol, bunny name color change made me double take for a second, like I thought it was someone new. Yeah, I always try to change my colors to like the lilac, lavender, and kick. So I had it on max and you made me lower it. Oh! So Bunny says, I'm in college and working. That's a big burnout. Yeah, honestly, oh my god. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I really respect those people who are like, they came from disadvantaged backgrounds, I guess. And so they have to work while being a full-time college student. Like, I have mad respect for those people. I mean, that was me too, but I had an easy work study job when I was in college, so like I didn't like wait tables or any of that. I was a waitress once in my life, but that was like high school. And it was a small restaurant, so I can kind of handle it. Axel says, but well, now I'm full-time working and it's just as annoying. Yeah, I read what you were saying earlier in Moofy's stream about like the interviews. That is like, oh, you should meet my friend Elena, Axel. You guys will rant about it together because she's also like applying to a bunch of jobs that keep saying like, oh, all levels, you know, feel free to apply. But then the truth is they want someone with like a decade's worth of experience, and it's like, how are they gonna get that? How are they gonna get that experience if like no other places are like giving them the chance? It's like really difficult. So Bunny says, I was in speech therapy also. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so long story short, man, I'm like spewing every part of my life right now. But like when I was in early beginning of high school, so I did lose my dad to a stroke. He ended up getting subarachnoid hemorrhage, and so it bled through his brain, frontal lobe, middle lobe. He got global aphasia from it. He was stunned halfway, so I kind of spent my whole life as like a caregiver to my dad. And because I also had to take him to speech therapies, physical therapies, occupational therapies when I was a kid, I got familiar with speech therapy, and that's what made me change from psych major to a speech pathology major when I was in college, except I was kind of pressured to do that for the sake of money. Like, my heart was still in psychology, but like I just, I just had to. And so yeah, that's the reason why I have a stupid speech language pathology degree I don't even use. By the time I was told that I need to do a master's, like I was like, I remember I was crying during my like edgy phase in high school, being like, this is not me. I'm not one of those people that can just take any job. I have to like my job just a bit. And so that's when I went straight to nursing, because accelerated nursing programs exist. I don't have to do a full 4 years. I just did a 15 accelerated month program. And, I had the grades for it, so I was able to slip into the program just nice. And here I am as a nurse, except I'm like a whole different new type of burnout and role crisis. But I am soothed with the fact that I am in a master's program, so I'm not trying to be a nurse practitioner. I'm not trying to, like, get higher, license when it comes to nursing. I am actually trying to be a mental health counselor. Just because, like, being a nurse, I was able to have, like, an inside scope into like how fucked our healthcare system is. Everybody says our healthcare system's fucked, but you don't really know until you know. Like, if you know, you know. Like, the shit that I've seen, like, like, our system really is built to keep sick people sick. And it's interesting because preventative healthcare measures are so much cheaper, and so because I'm an advocate for, like, therapeutic communication, I think it goes a long way. That's why I went to mental health counseling. Damn, I was not expecting to like share like 10 to 15 years of like the making of cake into this stream. Oh, hi, Sleepy. Entry level nursing jobs, 10 years of experience. Oh, that one's different. So I was speaking from my friend. So my friend's a film major. Now that one, it makes sense. And then yeah, no, I feel bad for those people. With nursing, you can get a job like right that. It's easy to get a job with nursing. The problem is nursing sucks so much. It makes me want to like commit not alive. Don't take that seriously. Rookie says, yo, what's cooking? Oh, hi, Rookie. How are you? Yo, you're popping off with the YouTube videos. I'm like, I have respect for your editing skills. Axel says, you went on full-on nurse class just now. Oh, I mean, kind of. I didn't... That was the smoothest I've ever summarized a bit of my life, and I'm surprised. Also, hi, Bright Green Orc PNG tuber. I think I saw you say hi for a moment. Rookie says, was cooking good looking, lol. Lamau, I wish it was as good as I wanted it to be. Don't say that. Don't say that. Everybody wishes that their content was just a little bit better, but like, at least you're prioritizing quality with the quantity. So you're pushing content out at the same time as it's quality enough to be entertaining. If it's not like next level professional, whatever. Like, you got your friends to laugh and have fun, and I think that's like the most important thing. So Rookie says, my B-day and my subathon is tomorrow, aka 4 hours. Oh, happy early birthday! Oh damn, we're both fall babies. My birthday is actually next week. It's on, it's funny. People remember my birthday as this. So if you're a weeb, if you're an anime fan and you watch Full Metal Alchemist, my birthday is the day that Edward Elric burned his house down. So there's I didn't even see all of like FMA, but like he has a watch, pocket watch thing, and then he engraved in it, don't forget October 3rd, and I'm like, yo, that's sick. So it's like, when I was a kid and I had Facebook, yes, I have Facebook, I'm old, people would like post on I had my one best friend post that, don't forget October 3rd. And then of course, if you're not a weeb and you grew up with classic early 2000 chick flicks, my birthday's on Mean Girls Day. Yeah, October 3rd was, I think that's when it came out, so it's known for being Mean Girls Day. And I actually did have a college party at one point where all my friends wore pink just for me. I was like, oh, God, that was a really good memory. I might do that with C's. I might make everybody just wear pink. Well, make them wear pink for their whole stream or something. But anyways... Happy early birthday, Rookie. October. Yeah, Ghost in the Shell? I really want to watch Ghost in the Shell. Is that the one with the Catcher in the Rye references? Is that the one where the director really likes Catcher in the Rye? for some reason. I mean, Catcher in the Rye was a good book, but let's be honest, bits of it are a little bit overhyped. That's pretty cool. What are you up to, Bright Green Orc PNG YouTuber? How was your day? It's a Wednesday, but you're chatting here, which means you don't have work, I'm assuming? Unless you're on break. Unless you're on break. Rookie says, I'm going to Waffle House to celebrate at midnight. You're gonna be sick. Oh, Waffle House! I'm so jealous! Wait, are we talking about the same Waffle House? There's different Waffle Houses. I'm talking about a really, like, fancy Waffle House that people like. But I've also heard such things about doofy-ass Waffle Houses. The fuck you mean different Waffle Houses? Yeah, there's different Waffle Houses. There's different ones. I mean, it's a pretty common name. Bright Green Orc PNG YouTuber says, yeah, I don't have work tonight, bet. Annoyed over the papers I gotta write this week, though. Oh, it's okay, you have ChatGPT. I'm kidding, don't do that. It's funny because, like, a lot of my counseling professors have been saying, y'all better not use ChatGPT for this. It's just a reaction paper. You don't need that for a reaction paper. And I'm like, damn, okay. I mean, like, I wasn't going to either, but like, anyways, I mean, it is just a journal entry, but it's like, I think it's funny how, like, every professor, like, you can tell the whole department is talking about how big of an issue ChatGPT is, so they're like, you know, hey, every start of the class, you tell the kids we know about that shit. Bunny says, COVID got me. I don't smell or taste anything. Oh, no. Fuck that. Yo, I had COVID during the lockdown, and what really sucks is I had all of the worst intensified symptoms. Some people, when they have a COVID, just feels like a little cold, or they just feel restless. But, like, me, I had muscle aches, chills. I was sweating profusely. I actually couldn't breathe, so I had to use a lot of my accessory respiratory muscles. And so, like, I was actually, like, and my oxygen saturation was actually low, so like I had hell. I'm glad I don't hear of a lot of stories like that anymore. However, I heard that there is another wave of COVID coming, so you guys be careful. You know, I don't care if y'all believe in like masking or not, but like just be careful for your own sake. Oh, you're talking about the meme Waffle House? Okay, that makes sense. Boxing ring at 3 a.m. Orc says, biopsychology is a mind-numbingly boring class. You know, that really sucks because it sounds epic. Like, what do you even learn at biopsychology anyway? Like, what kind of, like, papers are you supposed to do? Like, I would imagine that there's some, like, research-heavy papers that you have to do. So I can understand why it's annoying, but on another side, it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's interesting. But, you know, again, I'm talking on my butt. Like, I can already tell, like, there's some boring parts of the class. Axel says she said she promoting AI, use it all. Oh my god. The AI scares me. The idea of AI scares me. Like, I'm not against it, but I'm against it in some aspects. Like for example, AR is pretty damn cool sometimes, the way like AI can like mimic certain art styles, but it's like I have so much respect for like small content creators and small artists online. I have a lot of friends who are artists, so I really feel bad of them. Oh, you saw Full Metal? I have yet to like finish. I mean, it was a long time ago. Sleepy Hazard says when all else fails, use ChatGPT. What happens if your essay is so good your teacher's convinced it's written by ChatGPT? ChatGPT isn't really good at writing essays, though. Like, they have, like, pretty basic baby words, you know? And I know this because I would test it, like, okay, I'm revealing a little bit too much here, but, like, I had my little goofy fanfiction phase in like early college, and I was like curious, does ChatGPT write good fanfiction if I ask it to? And so sometimes I'll put like random prompts, and it's like, oh wow, I got a story out of it, and then I had like a weird addiction to it at one point, and it's not written well by all means, but it was written well enough that I'm like, yeah, I can see the image. But he says sushi, my fave. I can't smell or taste it. No! I love sushi too. My favorite are salmon avocado, shrimp tempura rolls, spicy salmon rolls. Oh, I would be so sad if I can't taste that. If eating too much raw fish wasn't so bad, I would actually continuously eat sushi for the rest of my life. And it's healthy too. Axel says that's why I'm taking my 60th COVID shot this Friday, hopefully. 60th, imagine. Oh god, I don't... Too bad a bunch of COVID shots don't make you immune to it. COVID is tricky. The shape of the actual, you know, COVID, it changes so much. That's why there's so many variants. Okay, sweetheart, I'm gonna go to mine. TTYL. Have a good one, Bunny. I hope you have a good rest of your stream. I'll be sure to follow you after my mac and cheese. So Bright Green Nordic PNG tuber says, it's too jargon filled. This is the first research heavy paper and looks at least like the most interesting assignment since it's comparing how popular media interprets research to what the research is actually for. Oh, I have to read that again. Hold on, that's interesting. So it's comparing how popular media interprets research to what the research is actually for. Oh, I can name so many motherfuckers out there messing up, saying they know research and it's just for clout on social media. Is that what you mean, by the way? Or am I just being triggered for no good reason? Orc says, but most of the assignments have just been wacky and the reading is kind of just a lot of jargon and about the chemical aspects of brain and everything. Oh. I like the sad Pepe, Axel. COVID shots. I just down a 20-year-old bottle of Flintstones vitamins. Back in the day, so like I used to have like Flintstone gummies, and those were okay, but then the Flintstone like vitamins that weren't gummies, oh my god, like the chewables, I used to dread chewing those when I was a kid. Also, excuse me, I'm gonna have another bite of mac and cheese. That's really good. But anyways, I was gonna say something a long time ago, Axel. It was like in relation to like how my friend was like ranting about the whole like you need a bunch of like experience to get a job and like people won't hire. It's really rough. Like I was at the cafe with Mimic and Elena, and yeah, like they were like ranting and bonding over the fact that like it's just so hard to find a job, and then even then it's like, they'll say like, oh yeah, you need like 5 years of experience, you need to be an expert, and we'll pay you $20 an hour, and it's like 20 of a what? Like, like people, like companies are so punishing. Like it's just crazy ridiculous like what they ask for. And then they like push you. They push you to work like after hours. It's just like, I don't know. I hate this kind of like I don't want to sound like one of those millennials or anything, but I'm just so baffled with the idea of working for like 40 plus years until I'm retired, and by the time I'm retired, I can't even enjoy myself because my joints are stiff as fuck, bro. So Orc says, it's like how news will take some research comparing a correlation between something and then just headline it as dogs cause schizophrenia or something wacky. Wait, what? Not an actual one, but just an example. Okay, well that would make me sad. I would be so fucking angry if there's some bastard... Okay, I'm sorry for cursing. Some bastardo... That's still cursing, but a different language. Some bastardo just like fear-mongering people in the future saying that dogs cause schizophrenia, because then it'll cause people to like abandon or kill dogs, and I'm gonna be so angry. I'm sorry. I know that you brought that as an example, but like I just got so weirdly imaginative for a second in a very dystopian world. Fire Emblem cursing. Axel says, dude, that's what these jobs be asking. Do all this crap for like $20. Like that's the new minimum wage now. It's like, it's interesting. That's also why nurses are leaving the field and why there's a shortage of nurses, because we're asked to do so much, and like the pay is like good, quote unquote, but it's not good for the shit that we have to do. And so when we hear about this stuff like, oh, you get to flip burgers at McDonald's for 20 an hour like soon, I don't know if that's like in motion or not. It's like, why bother doing nursing if like you can just, do burger flipping at like almost like half of what you get, but the half of your salary. However, at least you're safe. At least we're safe, because when you're a nurse, like, I'm constantly risking myself, like, I'll literally, so, like, my hospital will ask me, hey, Cake, can you work tonight? And I'll be like, oh, I'm kind of, like, worried, if there's any help, is there another nurse on the floor? And they'll say yes. And then I clock in and I go there and I'm the only nurse there. Like, are you fucking kidding me? HR just lied to me so that I can work and cover the floor, to cover the unit. Like, that was so fucked up. But because I already clocked in, And any patient that gets hurt under my watch, like, that's on me. I'm the one who gets sued. So it's like, nursing fucking sucks. That's only one thing out of like a million that I get bothered with. So Axa says, honestly, we gotta just conquer Mars and make it a better Earth. Mars. You know, actually, I think, yeah, is Mars the next closest thing to like being like habitable? It's like kind of coldish, but it's not terrible. I remember someone's like, "Oh, why not get Venus? It's like sun. Like Venus may be a similar size to Earth, but that shit's like raging with like acidic fucking like whirlwinds of like bullshit. That place like rains sulfuric acid, something like that. Don't quote me on that, but I like learning about the planets every now and then. But it's like, oh my god, it's so funny. And like, I love the idea of space, but another topic, I guess. So Bright Green or PNG Tuber says that papers due Tuesday, other papers due Sunday, and is just asking me to define my identity intersectionality, which is pretty easy. Oh, wow. Yeah, you have a lot of papers. That's annoying. I hope it's not one of those 10-page papers. So Oric says, we saw what Mars was like in Cowboy Bebop. Shut up. Yeah, totally. Cowboy Bebop. Fuck whatever NASA's looking at. Just go to Cowboy Bebop for the reference. Venus is basically global warming to the max. Yeah! So I'm like, who the fuck mentioned Venus? I forgot. It was like a friend that I had a long time ago. Don't worry, I'm not friends with them anymore. Not because anything dramatic happened. They were just more like an acquaintance in class. Oh, they're both like 5 pages? That's not terrible. That's not terrible. But don't forget your references. Also, let me just take another bite of my mac and cheese. They're so good. Yeah, I made mac and cheese and I didn't even get to enjoy it. Like, this is actually the 3rd bite of my bowl that I got. Just because I didn't expect to go on, like, a tangent on, like, every subject in the book. So, Oric says, no, I mean, like, society on Mars, not Mars itself. Oh, society on Mars. Ghetto as fuck. Is this random? But I learned that Cowboy Bebop is actually, like, a pretty relaxing show to have in the background, too. It's like a nice, feel-good show to, like, listen to when you're, like, doing other stuff. Thank God it's still on Netflix. I get so sad when certain animes leave Netflix. I remember at One High School Host Club almost, like, left Netflix because it says last day to watch, and then right after that it was, like, renewed, and so it's still on. And I'm like, oh, thank God. It's not like I watch it so often, but it's nice to know it's still there. Sleepy Hazard says Mars and Jupiter, Moon, Europa? I think are probably the best shot at terraforming. Yes, I agree. Jupiter's giant as fuck. Oh, you said Jupiter's moon. Oh, Europa! Oh, okay, the moon. Yeah, I know Jupiter has a couple of moons. God, I think it's so cool how every planet has their own, like, bit of moons. Did the mac and cheese make itself? No, I swear I'm sober. It did not make itself. Watch episode 26 to feel good. No, I don't like watching, like, the last episodes. The last episodes are great, but it's like, wait, was that the last episodes? Those last couple episodes? But, like, no, every time I, like, rewatch an anime, or I have it running in the background, I always choose something, like, in the middle, or the beginning. It's funny, like, most animes that I rewatch, I don't often watch, like, to the end. If I rewatch it again, it'll just start from the beginning. Sleepy Hazard says Europa already has a lot of water, only issue is the large layer of ice covering it. Oh, I did hear of that. Scientists may also say it has the best chance for life. Ooh, Europa. Okay. Europa. Alright. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Hello, Sleepy Hazard from YouTube versus Sleepy Hazard on Kick. Also, big sad if Kick starts glitching. I was in one of my friend's streams earlier, and like my chat was not always like picking up. I got so annoyed. Or like when it did pick up, it'll like delay so much later. Like honestly, I think I prefer Kick eating my messages as opposed to like sending it like 10 minutes later, because I don't want to confuse a bunch of people. Damn, Sleepy, you're like into, you're like, I know you're into like a lot of stuff that Mimic's into. It's like, if it's like prehistoric, if it's not prehistoric animals, he knows like a bunch of random stuff about space as well. Honestly, I think it's a really attractive quality to have. You like science? I can tell. I love listening to people talk about science. Those animals, though, oh my god. When I was looking at them in Mimic Chat, I'm like, oh my god. Like, facing that fucking hell pig. I just can't, you know? Like, certain animals are so scary, but it's like, they're so cool. I got so fucking mad when I saw those giant bugs. Like, I was, like, Mimic was, like, watching me, like, look at it, like, you know, IRL, like, after I finished my stream, and I was looking, I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not surprised, but I'm like, ugh! My imagination goes, like, wild, so I'm like, God, keep that fucking shit away from me. I'm just drinking water. I'm glad the hell bugs are extinct. Yeah, oh my fucking god. Can you imagine if there's a special place in hell where, depending on your sins, like, Dante Inferno's forgot a whole nother layer of hell, where it's like, you have to live with a bunch of, like, giant prehistoric bugs for the rest of eternity. I would be so fucking mad. I'll be like, oh my god. That's so... Oh my god. There's good cheese. Good mac and cheese. Oh, hi, Coco. How are you? Don't mind me being quiet every now and then. I'm just eating some good old mac and cheese. Oh, yeah, was it today or Wednesday? How was your Wednesday? How was everybody's Wednesdays? Like, y'all have work today? Sleepy Hazard says a 12 layer of hell. For tax evaders, there's thousands of large ass bugs. I heard that for like sleazy businessmen and tax evaders, that their layer of hell is that they're constantly falling into shit, like liquid shit, because they're full of shit. And I'm like, oh, interesting. I forgot. I could be wrong. It was one of my best friends in college like took a class on like religion and evil and stuff, and then they had to read like Dante's Inferno, and I think her learning about that was like pretty interesting. There was actually like an online quiz where you can actually see which level of hell you're gonna be in, and it's like, it's funny because like my friend was like, oh, I'm gonna be in like purgatory, not any of the other higher levels of hell, and I'm like, get the fuck out. Like, I know your sins, I live with you, fam. I know you're not gonna stay in purgatory and that's it. I don't know, but of course it's like, you can't be that friend, so I just looked at her, I'm like, Oh, hi, Eduardo, how are you? Eduardo says, I had work today, but I left a little early and just resting at home. Good. Nice to rest at home. So what are you up to? I haven't gone around to like looking at that VTuber game that you posted. I'm not sure if I would enjoy playing it though, just because I'm not gonna get like a lot of the references though. Sleepy Hazard says, oof, that's not good either. Think I'll take falling in shit instead of bugs. I have to think about that, because like, okay, that's actually a good would you rather question, because like giant prehistoric bugs would freak me out, but I can always try to beat them up, fight them in any way I can, as opposed to falling in liquid shit every day for the rest of your life in hell. Like, I don't know, it's like you're gonna be constantly vomiting from the smell, so you're swimming in your own vomit with a bunch of other people who also committed like tax fraud or business schemes. Like, I don't know if I like that more. Like, I feel like if I'm like fighting off the bugs with like other homies who also went to hell for some reason, then it's like I feel like I might take that more. But again, I don't know. Why did I even mention this would you rather kind of situation? Now I'm uncomfortable by my own imagination. So Mikoko says, it looks like you're enjoying the hell out of the mac and cheese. Oh, every now and then your model's face. Oh my god. No, like, I had my mac and cheese ready in the beginning of my stream. And then I like went on a tangent so much in my stream that I like forgot to eat. Whatchamacallit? The parasocial game thing. Oh no, not that. Is it that? I don't know. It's like whatever whatever they posted in general chat. So Eduardo says the only reference in the game is the player model. Oh, okay. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have to check it out. Thanks for the suggestion, though. Have you played it already? Like, how long's the game? Like, what are you supposed to do in the game? But anyways, how are you, Mikoko? You know, I was actually just like thinking about you because I was craving like those ube cake. You know, like cake jars that you like wish you got. So there's they have an ube flavor, and like I'm not, okay. So I do like ube, but I'm not like it's not like my favorite flavor. Like I'll still I think my favorite is like the yellow cake with the whipped cream and fresh strawberries, or maybe even the confetti cake. But I know Mimic really likes the ube jar. He really likes it. It has like ube with like a little bit coconut cream. It was so damn delicious. Like you guys need to try that. Axel says I want a cake jar, but someone was like dying and didn't want to eat them cakes. Ube cake. No, it's so worth it. Okay, so if you look it up, it's really easy to look it up. You just look up the state that you're in and then cake jars, and then it just like I think it already pops up. But yeah, so they do deliver online. However, I think delivery fee is kind of poopy, but they do have pickup locations. You have to drive a bit. I don't know where you have to drive to, but when I looked it up, it wasn't too bad of a drive. I would say it's actually worth it. Like cake jars are, oh my god, so fucking beautiful. Or I don't know if there's another food festival coming. I don't know a lot of food festivals in the fall winter. I would hope there are. Maybe I wanna go to like another like convention. Not like a typical anime convention, but it's like, you know how like Anime Next was at that exposition center? There were like other stuff there. Like there's a lot of other events that happen in that center, and sometimes they'll have like foodie events, but I don't think the cake jars people would be there since they like come from, I don't know, somewhere in the city? I don't remember. So Eduardo says, get the highest score and try your best to beat it as much as you can. Your score is 21.1. Oh, let's see if I can top that, Eduardo. Let's see. And Coco says, time to go. Cake for the love. I don't know what the expo is. Don't say the name. Actually, no. There's actually a lot of conventions with the same name, so it's fine. No name of the expo. Okay, time to just casually eat my mac and cheese. My bad. Technically, I'm not really doxing myself when I talk about the conventions I go to, because normally convention goers will like travel around, you know, the states or like other states just to go to cons. So if I went to, I'm not even gonna say it because I don't remember what it's called. So if I don't remember the one that my college has. Yeah, a lot of people go there, Axel. By you pointing me out, you're doxing us in a way. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I always wanted to go to the Anime Con or like the big Comic Con in San Diego. Oh, that one's like so much bigger than the one in New York. I used to like New York Comic Con back in the day when it was like a mixture of like anime and like comics and pop culture. Like, you know how like 2010s had like the golden era of television, so like The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. I didn't watch all that. At least I didn't watch Game of Thrones, but it's like, and then when Marvel movies were at its most hype too, and then more and more people were like liking and accepting of anime during college, like that was like the hype years for like New York Comic Con. And then the anime portion of the New York Comic Con was so big that they actually split it, and there's a giant like, you know, separate Anime Con away from it. And that happens with like a lot of conventions. They'll like split it, especially when it's like in a city area. You want to go to Anime Expo? Oh, I would love that. I would love that. We should all go to another Anime Con next time. The problem is I don't know. Like, I know one Anime Con in like November. I think that's when it's from, and I'll have to let you guys know if I'm good for that one. We'll see. It's hard to plan for cons for me. It's like, oh my god, I don't even know if like I'll be like it's so hard to like cosplay for like bigger cons. Because you're more likely to get tired and you're like, oh, I wish I was in more comfortable clothes. And Orna says, I wanted to go this year, but the tickets sold out fast for SDCC. What is SDCC? Oh, the San Diego Comic-Con? Oh, yeah. Did the tickets get pricier? I wonder. I'm actually curious. Alright, mac and cheese time. This is good. Oh, this mac and cheese is so good! I'm having Annie's vegan mac and cheese. You wanna go to Anime Japan? I wanna go to Japan, period. Oh, I'm so I know one of my friends is going to Japan this winter break. I'm so jealous. Wait, they did get more expensive. I figured they got more expensive. No, preparing for a Japan trip is so expensive. I think my friend like had to like save up like $2,000. I don't know what that entailed, but that's because they went to a lot of like cool places in Japan. I want to go to a hot spring. I want to go to a hot spring too. Have you been to Japan, Sleepy Hazard? Axel says we really want to go to Japan too, but if we go as a group, it can help with costs and splitting payments. Could it? Could it actually? Does that actually like help? Give me hope, Cake. Don't make me sad. What? Okay, listen, like what my friend said. So my friend who went to Japan, it's actually Elena. If you ever meet her, you can ask her questions about Japan. So she went with one of her best friends, and they spent a lot, mainly because they had two trips. So Elena's a big weeb and wants to go to Japan. Her best friend was really into Korea. So like they had like a little Seoul trip, you know, South Korean trip. So they went to like two different places. So that's why that they were like they had to like really like save up. So, you know, don't worry. Like your Japan hopes and dreams are still very doable. Just stick to Japan and that's it. Like, you know, just one country. But like, yeah, no, those two friends of mine were like, they were so bold after college. Like, I wish I did that. Instead, I had a sad boyo phase of trying to get into nursing schools by finishing a bunch of prerequisites while they were out. I'm like, so jealous. But yeah, I would love to go to Japan as a group one day. Like, that's definitely like a fun place to go with friends. But like honestly, I'm the kind of person who would love to vacation with other friends, but like if I do that, my mom would guilt trip me so hard. Like, not that she doesn't like the idea of, like, me having fun. It's just that, like, she really wants to travel, and because in her old age, she, feels sad that, like, she won't be able to, like, travel with her kids anymore. You know, just because, like, she's just getting weaker and stuff. Like, any vacation that I have, she would want to tag along in. So, there will be a long time before I can actually vacation with friends, even if I did have the money. Like any time that I'm even going somewhere special, like if I'm going to like a mall, not just any mall, but like the big mall that I'm not really too close to, but kind of around, you know what mall that is. My mom will be like, "What? You're there? Why didn't you text me? Why didn't you take me?" Like she'll say something like that. Like she really wants me like taken everywhere. And then there was the big Philippine festival somewhere, and like I took my mom to that, and then there was another food festival a weekend or two after that, and then my mom was like, "Why didn't you take me there?" And I'm like, "Oh, I already took you to another food festival." It's like I kind of wanted this to just be me and the homies, you know. Sleepy Hazard says the hotel Airbnb is pretty cheap if you have people to go to. Ooh, I would love that. I would love that. I heard this is kind of random because I know I'm talking about America, not Japan, but is it true that Airbnbs are so much more expensive now? I used to have like a phase where I actually really enjoyed going to like Airbnbs and stuff. Like those were the good days. I remember I visited, so I went to in the middle of cold ass mountainous Pennsylvania for like my undergraduate years, and they had like there was like a really wonderful Airbnb there, except one of my friends insisted that they heard a ghost, and so now I'm like, damn it, I had so much fun at the Airbnb that I wanted to come here again for that nice service and all the old-timey like American like little like historical propaganda artworks over here. Like it was like a really snazzy looking looking like old aesthetic of an Airbnb, and then my friend ruined it by saying there's like a ghost, and so I'm like, damn, cause you know, like sometimes you get like a discount if you go back to like an old Airbnb you went to before. So Axel says, it's okay, just say we dragged you to Japan and you had no choice, it was someone special event, easy escape. I don't know if it's an easy escape. I'll feel bad, because like that's one of those things where like my mom will never stop talking about that. She'll never stop talking about how like you went here, I wanted to go, you left mommy at home, I was sad. Like that's my mom. That's how she would be. Alright, Mikoko, guess we're kidnapping her. Oh my god, no. No. I have good self-defense nursing reflex. I cannot be kidnapped. Good luck with that. Kidnap Japan World Tour. Oh, you know what I really want to go to? Isn't there like a really cute like Hello Kitty Sanrio like amusement park there, like a theme park there? Oh, that would be so wonderful. And then what else? There's like I want to go to the what is it, Mario World, or like the Nintendo amusement park, something like that. Like I want to go to that. Like that looks so cool too. Can I be honest? It's like sometimes I will get sad thinking about the things that I like want, because like knowing my financial status right now, it's like it's hard to think that I will ever go to these nice fun places in like my 20s or even my 30s. Like I feel like I have to be like much older, you know, before I can go to the places I want to. And not to be ageist, but like some photos are just not that fun, you know. At least the idea of it when I'm like much older, it's like, damn, well my youthful good looks are gone, but I have a cool background at least in the photo. Mac and cheese. I want to change now. I'm gonna change the song. I think the song's actually too long. Let me see. Let's do this song. Ooh, jazzy. Okay, now I want something a little bit more chill than that. Let's go Butterfuck. I have Persona music in here? I have lo-fi Persona music? Okay, then. Oh, this one I like. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, has anybody been playing any new games as of late? Okay, here's the thing. I'm very tempted to do some horror games, but I'm like curious. Like, do you guys play horror games? And if so, which ones? Not asking for any recommendations, because people are gonna be like, oh, play this, and then it's like the scariest fucking game in the universe that I don't even progress. So, good luck finding any entertainment in that. I really wanted to play Resident Evil Village because they did a really good job with that game. The DLC looked really good, but it's so scary. I don't like the idea of being like chased for like by mannequins. Oh, Left 4 Dead. I love Left 4 Dead. So that one's not scary for me. That one's like fun. Like I love that so much. Yeah, it's really easy. I mean, like the zombies' hitboxes are big as fuck, so you can't be bad at that game. Yeah, me and my friends always have the Teletubby mod for it. Oh, what is this? Oh, thank you for following. Dark Heart, how are you? Did I hear horror game? Ah, yes, you bet your sweet Bippy you heard horror games. Except I was just telling chat how I'm too much of like a wussy to actually like play them well. But because in the spirit of Halloween and October coming up, I'm really tempted to at least get some of those Chilla's art games finally. So I actually do own a bunch of Chilla's art games. And if you guys don't know who Chilla's art is, they're somebody who does a lot of like Japanese horror games that are like, they kind of has like the doofy like PS1, PS2 like old graphics, and it has like some of those like dirty jump scares and like a feeling of being watched, like a lot of like anxiety, ominous, mysterious kind of feeling in their games. So and it's like yeah, no, so I know one of their games that blew up last year was Closing Shift. Personally, I don't think it's like one of the better ones, but you know, it was good. Um, but yeah, what hard games are you thinking of, Dark Heart? Now I gotta know your preferences. I think it's so cool, by the way, Sleepy, that you and Mr. Frosty talk about like a lot of horror movies, and I saw your little your Halloween list in the Discord server, and I'm like, oh man, I think you inspired me. I really need to educate myself on those like 70s and 80s horror games. Axel says Cake is going to play horror games, not on stream. I don't know about that. I'll see how it is, how I am playing on as is, and stay tuned for Spooktober. Whew, oh my god, so scary. But ugh, I have such a love and hate relationship with like horror themed, but at the same time, it's like, here's the thing. I'll have fun watching a horror movie, for example, and then after the horror movie's done, um, I'll leave the lights on longer than I'm supposed to leave them on before I sleep. I'll like catch myself doing those like kid things you do. You know how like when you're grabbing a midnight snack and then right when you turn off the lights, you have to like rush to like the nearest room with light? Like that was me. That was me when I was younger. If I'm turning off the bathroom lights, I rush the fuck out of there just because like I scare myself to death. So even though I love horror game and horror movie and a lot of horror tropes, I find myself like doofy as fuck, like I'm a child again. Axel says she will play Outlast Trials, FNAF, Backrooms Alone. Backrooms Alone? Why did I do that alone? You guys were like carrying me the whole time. All I did was getting camped in a locker. Some Japanese horror games. Ugh, Japanese horror games are like the worst, but they're so good. Respect to them. But no, I don't think you'll never see me playing FNAF. I played FNAF on, I played the FNAF demos on, whatchamacallit? Oh god, I can't tell if my mic captured me snort a little bit. I'm sorry if it did. Oh god, I did it again. Hold on. I like to mute myself there just because it's like I felt a little like stuffy in my nose for a bit. Anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, so I used to have the FNAF demo games in my tablet when I was at college. So it was pretty easy because I wasn't using like mouse and keyboard. I was literally just tapping on like the screen, and so it was probably a lot easier. And I still didn't fucking beat any of the FNAF games because I'm such a like a wussy when it comes to that. Darkheart says, hold up, let me look through my library. Ooh, bet. Wait, hold on. Axel says, and then do ASMR after that. That makes no sense. Why would you do... Oh my god, why would I do ASMR right after horror games? What kind of duo entertainment plan is that? That's like me screaming into the mic when I'm scared and going, huh, huh, huh. Alright guys, hello, welcome to my ASMR channel. So I don't think that makes sense, really. Oh my god. I know, but yeah, back to what I was saying before, like, it's really easy to, like, it's really easy to scare myself. I know how to fearmonger myself. Like, I remember it's like, you know that stuff where people, like, say Bloody Mary in, like, the bathroom 3 times and then get the fuck out? Like, I'm not a superstitious person, but I also like to believe that there's, like, shit that like I don't want to do. Like I always like to play it safe and like don't tell me to do that shit, you know? Ever. You guys ever hear of give us your best ASMR line? Get out. Hold on. Get out. Oh wait. Oh shit. I can't. Oh my god. I was gonna click my toggle so I could use the my arm pointing, but apparently my VTube studio is glitching, so I guess I don't have any other facial expressions. That's so sad. Yeah, the model even agrees with me. Shut up! I'm kidding. Don't actually shut up. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my VTube studio. VTube studio agrees we want cake ASMR. What? That doesn't even make sense. Bad VTube studio. VTube studio does not deserve to have sentient life. That'll actually freak me the fuck out. Especially since the times when like my hands will be glitching and waving for no reason. Like Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I hate. Yo, when I remember the first month that I was on VR chat using a VR set for the first time. And then me and my friends will like gather around a low poly fire, a little bonfire, and then we'll all tell spooky stories. That one was actually really fun. We'll tell some spooky stories. Um, However, like, because I'm in VR, I feel so vulnerable. And I'm like, what if there's some shit or entity right behind me because we're talking about the story? It's like, my mind will go into, like, some damn dark places that I don't like. And it's like, my love-hate relationship is like, fear is fun. So it's like, while I know that I'm not gonna have good sleep, I always think to myself, what horror story? I want to hear it. I want to hear what happened next. I want to hear, oh, what did you do? What happened next? I love, ooh, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about the one time my friends were telling horror stories. Oh god. That'll have to be for another stream, guys. If I talk about it too much, and I'm alone right now too. Like, Mimic, my roomie, he's still in class. I think he comes home soon, so I guess there's comfort in that. Dark Heart 121 says, I used to like DVD, but I eventually got bored of the gameplay. I completely get you. I only started playing DVD when the 5th anniversary came out, so I missed all of the early stuff. However, I've been playing enough, because what are we, on the 7th or 8th year? But I've been like playing enough that it's like, I got entertained by it, despite it being so damn unbalanced and memey as fuck. But a lot of times when I'm playing custom games with my friends, it can be pretty fun. But yeah, it's easy for me to get bored of the gameplay after a while. Phasmophobia isn't bad. Phasmophobia isn't bad. However, like, sometimes it can be kind of routine and like formulaic at times too. I do want to try Demonologist, but like, I don't want to be alone in a room if I'm playing Demonologist. Like, if I'm playing that with friends, I don't want to be separated. Oh, the forest! The forest is kind of fun. I really want to do the forest. I have the forest, but I never completed it because I always wanted to take advantage of playing with a bunch of friends. And now that all my friends have it, they're all like, ugh, like, big install, like, what, like, too lazy. It's like, it's really hard to like get some of my friends like together. What is that hotel? Kind of felt like Ari, but it's alright. I don't think I know that game. What's that? Phobia Street? Dinfa Hotel? Did I read that correct? Felt like Ari. I grew up with Resident Evil, but it's like even I'll be a little chicken. I like appreciate the games more than I'll like play it. I really want to play Village, but especially since like the DLC looks pretty damn good, but like, the idea of like mannequins, like, goosebumps, but I love it at the same time. I have a love-hate relationship with like puppets as well. Like, I love puppets, mannequins, dolls. I think they're so damn beautiful, but like, they have like spooky element. And like, this is kind of random, but like, I really like the spooky element of when media portrays like childhood toys as like scary. So for example, like movies, when you're watching a little, like, the little Jack in the Box, and then it's like, it's all cute, but then some batshit crazy shit pops out of it. It's like, I know it's kind of like cliche, but I think that's just an example, by the way. Probably not the best example, but I like the idea when like horror movies or film just like, they take your childhood and make it horrific for no good reason, but it's like intriguing to me. It's kind of like FNAF in a way, It's like animatronics is supposed to be like wholesome and fun, but they have their little like creep factor to it. Sleepy Hazard says the Forest 2 is just Minecraft with very angry and hungry neighbors. I kind of got that impression. I heard that a lot of people were a little bit annoyed with Sons of the Forest. Like, they were a little bit disappointed because like the ending didn't make sense, or like or like there was a little bit some paranormal magic hoo-ha shit at the end that just made no sense, and people kind of just like knowing how the Forest 1 is, and that's it. But regardless, I do still want to watch Sons of the Forest. Play, just because, like, we've been waiting for so long for it. Dark Heart said, I was disappointed with RE Village. Oh, the story just felt so short. Oh, interesting. I think that's, I didn't play or watch all of it, but it's like, I'm interested. Like, I think that you're like the first person I heard who like said, who I heard like say that they were disappointed in RE Village. Well, what about it were you disappointed in, if you don't mind me asking? Like, what, like, do you felt like the gameplay was like really short and like it could have been longer, or do you feel like the story itself was short in a way that like they could have expanded it more? Also, Don't I know I say this a lot, but I am eating on chat, and I apologize if I'm doing that too much. So Axel says RE Village was okay. I did like the twist it had. Did you play RE Village? Kate, can you chew closer to the mic? Thank you, you weirdo. I hate that. I hate that. That's so cringe. And like eating mac and cheese and doing ASMR doesn't even work because you're just gonna hear a lot of nyan ja ja. It's like goofy as fuck. What a goofy thing to. I should have just read that silently. Oh my god. No, good. Oh god, I need water. Oh, that's a nice cold bitch. So Dark Heart says, I played on the second hardest difficulty and it did the side stuff as well. I beat it one playthrough within a day. Oh, that's cool, that's cool. I wish I was brave enough to finish a damn horror game within one day. I'm one of those people that has to like take several breaks because I have to condition myself, and then I'll be like, whew, I can do this. I can do this. Oh my god, I always get so pressured with that. But yeah, let me continue my fun mac and cheese. So are you into horror movies too, Dark Heart? I'm curious. I know some of my so I do have a Discord server, by the way, if you wanted to join. But I noticed that a lot of people in my Discord actually really like horror games and horror movies, mainly horror movies, and I think that's really cool. Like I am so surprised that I have not watched any of those like really cool 70s and 80s like horror movies that you mentioned, by the way, Sleepy. Like I'm really missing out on that. I haven't seen the OG Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I haven't seen like the OG Evil Dead minus like the first one. I know you guys said that the second ones are a little bit comedic, but it's like I feel like every horror movie has like their element of like comedy in it. Yeah, you should check them out. Definitely. Oh, it's so hard. It's that I have to condition myself just because again, my imagination is just like so interactive that I'm the kind of person where if I'm watching a horror movie, like yeah, I'm having fun, but then after that, I leave the lights on all over the house just a little bit longer before I have to go to sleep because I don't know, that's just me. In my adulthood, I know it's like goofy, but like I always think to myself like, oh my god, there's something in the dark. I don't like the idea of like something that I can't fight either. Dark Heart says the last part was just annoying. The enemies at the end were just bullet sponges, so you mainly had to run past them so you don't run out of bullets. Huh, interesting. Doofy. Okay, I can understand. I can understand like your criticism there. But let me see. I really want to host like a horror movie night within like the Discord, but like again, I have to see how other people do it because like I always get self-conscious watching like horror movies with like other friends in Discord just because it's like, you know how like there'll be like those some bit of people who are like excited to watch the horror or to watch the movie and that they want like absolute silence and stuff when they watch it, and then there's other people who like they talk over the movie too much, and then like it makes it fun for some people, but then for other people it's like it's like too much. Like I always like worry that people are gonna like clash sometimes when it comes to like big movie hangouts. But I don't know, that's just me. But it seems like a lot of people in the server have like similar tastes, so I think that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, you like talking over the movie? Hey, same thing for Orc. He does that a lot too. The funny thing is so sharing and watching movies and media is like it's like Break Green Orc PNG tubers like love language. And it's like sometimes he'll like quiz you in the middle of the movie just to make sure that you're paying attention. So Sleepy says, but that's usually because most of the people have already seen the film already. Ah, okay, that makes sense, Yeah, when it comes to, like, if I'm, like, showing somebody a movie that I really like, I'll make sure to, like, if it's, like, a really good part, I'll make sure to, like, stay quiet so I can get people's, like, full reaction and opinion to the scene. Even if it's not a horror movie, like if it's like a really emotional scene in a movie, oh, like definitely, I'll like I wanna see if I. This gonna sound kind of weird, but I like to cry. I like to have good cries when I watch like emotional scenes in movies, and it's like I like to like. And if I'm showing that emotional movie to another person, I'll like hold in my cry so that I can hear if my other friends are crying, and be like, "You saw that, right? Wasn't that so good?" Oh, found horror game for you. Carry on. Dark Heart says, yeah, but scary movies don't scare me. It makes me a little sad. I went to the movie theater to watch It Part 1. There was a jump scare and the person next to me screamed. I was laughing at them while they were apologizing to me for screaming. Aww. I wonder, which jump scare was that? I have yet to see It Part 2. I saw a bit of the OG, but it's like, it was really long, so I didn't finish it. But I really know I should pay my respects to the OG movies as opposed to the remakes. But I know that it did do good, and I really liked it. I wish like I don't play as much Dead by Daylight anymore, but I know some people wanted like Pennywise the clown as a killer. Reverse horror game, you're the monster. Oh yeah, if it's like one of those horror games where like you're the monster, then I'm a lot less scared of the game. So Axel says, I can't watch movies with people. I tend to talk over movies and I predict the endings a lot. Even if it's a first time watching, I get close to what may happen. Oh, I mean, Coco hates me for that? Oh, that's a pretty good reason to hate you, Axel. That's, I don't, okay, here's the thing. I like people's predictions, but I don't want, like, spoilers. That's it. I can forgive some spoilers, but if it's, like, a hard-hitting spoiler, I'm gonna be like, bro... That's funny. I like watching movies with people, but then it like depends on the people. Just because, like, you know, again, like certain moments I want like pure silence so we can absorb what's happening. But let's say there's like a crazy chase scene in a horror movie and people are like, get it, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Then it's like, I actually think it's like kind of funny when people like react like that. So Axel says, I remember she was excited for an anime she wanted to show me, and I just threw a big random what if in the first episode, and she did not want to talk to me for the rest of the day. What anime is that? What anime did you ruin for me, Coco? Your poor girlfriend has to suffer so much, Axel, just by being with. No, I'm kidding. I'm trolling. Darkheart says, I believe it was when the kids went inside the house. It's been a hot minute. Oh, inside the house. Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you mean. What a part like fucked me up there. I felt so bad for like the kid who like fell through like the hole and then like broke his arm and then like felt cornered. Oh, my anxiety, that poor little baby kid. Oh, hi Morgan 3000, how are you? What are you up to today? We're just talking about horror movies and horror games. I don't know if you recognize some of the horror movies we've been talking about. I have like a fear's fun kind of relationship with horror movies though. So Axel says, but it was a spoiler. It was just me guessing what may happen, and it would. My friends hated me for that. I have to basically either tape my mouth or just not watch it with them. Interesting. Okay. Huh. You know what? We'll watch like an anime all together, some of us one day. I'm curious because it's like I say that I'm picky with like who I watch stuff with, just because like I want to absorb certain like scenes more than others. But like I actually don't think people like giving accurate predictions doesn't really like bother me. I'm actually like pretty okay with it. I like talking about it. And if you ever watch stuff with like Orc, he loves talking about that kind of stuff too. He likes talking about like, hey, what do you think's gonna happen? What was your favorite part? What was your favorite episode? The anime was Real Life? Was it Real Life or RE Life? Let me look that up. Anime Real Life. Oh, this looks familiar. I don't. It was in 2017. Interesting. I really need to get back into anime. I actually don't know a lot of anime. Oh my god, my hair. What the fuck happened to me? Emo cake. Yeah, I'm emo cake. Yes, this is what I mean by my VTube studio glitching. So I have a lot of like black hair colors and pink hair colors, and I didn't have that set up. It's going through changes. Yeah, oh my god. I'm so glad. I shouldn't have like, yeah, when I type stuff, hold on. See, let me see if I like, if I type stuff like some bougie. What, anything? Yeah, you see that? Like, oh my god. Okay, and but let me press minus to get all that out. I was glitching. So Dark Heart says, Axel, I did that one time. It was like the Limitless movie. I even guessed the middle finger in the box. I felt like a god. So Morgan 3000 says, I'm doing decent chilling. I'm an Evil Dead fan myself. Oh, Evil Dead. Evil Dead, like, god. Both that tree scene, man, fucked me up, man. Like, I can't do that. Those vines, though, Kappa. Oh my god. So Axel says, yes, it feels good, and you are surprised when it happens, but the other way around, like, hate you. The other does around you hate you, but they now have that idea in their head. Oh yeah, I was going through some weird transformations. Yeah, no, I don't really get bothered with when people like I only like, I hate it when people spoil things. Not like, if people spoil things by accident, I'm like okay with it. But if people spoil things on purpose because they want to see you get mad, like, oh my god, let me just say, buddies, there's a special place in hell for you guys. Did you guys ever heard of the show The Following? This happened around like maybe like 2013. It had Kevin Bacon in it. It was about he's a detective, and you know, he's looking into like a cult, and like the leader of a cult ironically is a guy that he so a guy, so that, what was the term? What am I trying to say? So like the leader of the cult got cucked by the main character. So the main character be dating his lovely love interest. That's a little special relation they have. But I never finished the show, but I remember really liking it. But I was so pissed off when my friend was like, "Oh, you didn't see a new episode? Oh, okay." Oh, and then I'll be like, "No spoilers, no spoilers." And he's like, and right when I finished the sentence, "No spoilers," he said, "The girl dies." You know, the girl dies, and I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, I felt so betrayed because it's like, okay, can I be honest? You know, like those like fake friends who like they're nice, they'll say something nice, but it's like it could be like a backhanded compliment, or they just want to make it seem like they're on your side and support you, but it's like you kind of can sense that they don't actually have your best interest in mind. Yeah, fake friend. Oh, fake friend here? No, give me views. What the heck? That's funny. No, like this was the kind of person. He was a villain. Me and like the C Squad likes to be like, oh, that guy's a villain. That's like the term we use when we're talking about like somebody who's like, you know, they're not inherently a bad person. Again, like, I don't know a lot of people who are just plain bad. It is not as easy as like black and white. But you know those people who are like, they kind of get some sort of weird thrill out of either competing against you and thinking that they're better than you, you know, or having a thrill seeing you being upset about spoilers. Like, ugh, those people are like just the worst. But yeah, I was like I remember I was like partially ranting about that to you, Axel, about like the idea of like certain like fake friends in there. I really try to like be careful with my wording of like how I'm talking about like past experiences with fake friends, because it's like, you know, you never want to come across as somebody who's like been around drama or anything. And like, I swear that like the C Squad or any of the group of friends I have that I've been with don't really attract drama. Like, it's like, you know how it's like people say, oh, every friendship has like arguments and stuff. Well, the thing is, that's not really true. A lot of like times in like my adult friendships, like we don't have any arguments. But like the off chances when there is drama in the group, it's always like the same person or same people or same type of people. And it's like, Well, that's just like the beauty of adulthood is when you're like choosing, you know, you have the willpower to choose certain friends. You can't just be like, ew, I'm so nice. I can't just, you know. I mean, well, I guess you can be like that, but I'm just saying it's like, you know, when you're an adult, you have, you like to practice a more healthy mindset in terms of like choosing your friend. The only time where it is a little bit complicated is if you have like some sort of history with a friend, and then two, if they have some sort of like, you know, some sort of like mental health issues where it's like you know you don't want to like push too far. I don't know. I can go on like a whole tangent on that kind of like stuff, but I won't, just because that's like a whole, that's like a probably like a whole last YouTube video there. Ayo me. Which part of that is you, Dark Heart? I want to know. Unless you meant the fake friend, then wow, how dare you? But I'm kidding. I think, you know, I will say, like, okay, so just like for some context, just for like some of the new people that are in my chat. I'm AtlasCake, but you can just call me Cake. Atlas is fine too. And I just want to say that, like, wow, what the fuck was I going with this? Oh yeah, so like I will say that like my where what you see is what you get. Like I can promise you that like me and like my VTuber friends, the very small clique that we have, like I'm a very like small close knit kind of person. It's like it takes. I've been screwed over by like certain friendships in the past so much that it's like, yeah, I definitely learned how to like defend myself from like, or like see red flags of like what could be a potential toxic relationship or toxic friendship. Mental health kappa. Yeah, I'm pro mental health here. Like I understand hi red flag here. Oh my gosh, should we just name you Red Flag? It doofy as fuck. No, you're fine. I could. You know what's interesting? I was gonna say, you know what, Axel? I can tell. You know, it's like it's just a fun joke, and that like you're like one of the more like kinder, sweeter people that I've met online. But then again, I started having flashbacks to when I said that to another person, and they ended up being a villain. So. Not saying that I somewhere inside I believe that you're a red flag. I'm not saying that. Like, you're fine. It's not, I'm like, you know, just my time on the internet has made me think to myself, like, I gotta be more careful. And like another thing is that like when I make friends with someone, I tend to be very like I tend to be like, I go straight into like talking about like deep talks with someone. So it's very easy to have like an intimate friendship with me, just because it's like I'm not a small talk person. I like talking about and getting to know people. But the problem with that can also be like if you share yourself too much with people, whether it's online or off, like people like take advantage of that, you know. You so nice, a special cake. Oh, okay, never mind. I take you back, you Polly. No, I was kidding. I was kidding before. Special cake. Darkheart says, I'm flaky. I would hang with like a group of friends, then I would just disappear and hang out with other, then eventually come back. I have do you mean like you're the kind of person who likes to have like multiple like groups of friends just because like, you know, different interests, different like kinds of like stimulation? Or do you mean like you're flaky in the sense that you have your own little like, I don't want to say the word defense mechanism, that's too heavy, but you have your own little like methods of like, you know, be socializing with people but not being like too close, like in their inner circle. I don't know. I guess it's like I just think it's like interesting. I remember in college I was the kind of person who always had multiple like groups of friends, just because like there was a pro in that, by the way. So I am very nostalgic for my undergraduate years in college, especially since I went to a really big social campus with all those like fun events and student organization club activities. I wasn't, not that I'm like the most social person ever, it's just that I was involved with like, I had like a lot of like active student involvement. And what I learned is that when you have multiple groups of friends, you're constantly learning without even like thinking that you are. College really is the place, one of the only times in your life where you'll be in a town full of everybody who's the same age as you, with the same fresh face, with the same similar kind of goals of like getting somewhere with some like whack piece of paper. So it's like, you know, college really do be like a special time in your life, and it was a special time for me. So yeah, I found that like this is kind of an advice that my brother gave me. And obviously don't take his advice to literal words, but he always says if you truly want to learn, always be like the never be the smartest person of your group, because when you're the smartest person of your group, you are either mothering them, mentoring them, and and I mean this in a humble, wholesome way, not in any sort of demeaning way. So if you are surrounding yourselves with who are with many people who are very intelligent, very different, like you learn a lot, and that was the fun part of like college. I will have some of my group of friends, my Taiwanese volleyball friends that I played with and played like laser tag with, will be like my sports active friends that like where I can get my little active thrill. But then I would have my sorority squad who would like make me get into like philanthropy and like understand multicultural awareness and advocacy. So that was the little like socio political but like still fun social interactive like side of my socialization back in college. And then I would have like another group of friends where they're my closest group of friends, my inner circle, where I am just we can be drunk and say the stupidest shit and love each other, safe drunk, by the way, safe drinking, dancing and then talking about deep stuff when we get home, like those were the days. Axel says that's why I'm the dumbest person and stupidest of the group. It's funny because it's like every time I share that piece of advice that my brother gave me to other people, people are like, the dumbest person? Who the fuck would want to be the dumbest person ever? It's like don't take the words literally. It's funny when people do though. It's like dumbest, but it doesn't necessarily mean you're dumb. So Axel says, yeah, it's nice to make multiple friends. You learn new stuff from every person you meet. Yeah, I'm also gonna miss that part of college, especially so like of course when you're at work. So I'm a nurse, right? I'm a psychiatric nurse, IRL in my VTuber lore, and I'm learning the lives of other nurses and how they do stuff. But I will say, and that's a good thing. I that's how it should be. But like I missed it in college when it's like, yeah, I'm somewhere in like healthcare, but it's like I'll learn some like random stuff. I'll witness the life of an engineering student, how much they're up till like 4 a.m. cramming, Like I miss you know those wholesome vibes of watching your friends suffer in college, as you suffer with them too, of course. There's camaraderie in going through that, I guess, and then like learning about like each other's like fields and stuff. So Darkheart says basically I get bored of games quick. Ah, okay. Yeah, I have a friend who's like that. So I would be in a group that are playing the same game for days, and I would get bored and hang out with a different group. Okay, that makes sense. My friend, I think I don't know if he's here or not. Kizbit, my friend Diamond, he's little cat buddy person in my VTuber group. Oh, that's. So I am a part of VTuber group, Sassy Existential Espresso Services. They're cool. Just in case I like reference that for another time. But anyways, yeah, I have one friend who is also the same way. He gets bored of certain games quickly, and he doesn't get bored of like certain people quickly, but he's the kind of person who like needs multiple groups of friends just to have like different like stimulus in his life. But like he always tells me when every time he like hangs out with like C's, like our small close knit VTuber squad, he always thinks to himself, oh, even though I don't see you guys, I like that you guys are almost like a stable home in a way. And I'm like, oh, gay. But anyways, hold on. Let me have some more of my mac and cheese. It's like I have an infinite bowl in front of me, even though it's actually just a small little thing. Okay. This is good mac and cheese. Woo! I know a lot of people like crap on like vegan dinners and stuff, or vegan stuff in general, but it's like, hey, just depends on the brand. Depends on what you get. I've also have like a whole fondness for like vegan desserts lately. Again, depends on the bakery. This is a vibe. Oh, it's so good. Almost done with my food bowl. That was good. That was really delicious. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have my nice little drinky drink. Delicious. Yeah, my face tracking will like lose itself every now and then. Anyways, hey Darkheart, are you also a VTuber by any chance? I know a lot of VTubers are like, or streamers are quick to find each other on Kick. I'm still relatively new to VTubing, even though I've been doing it for like a couple months, but it's like I'm still getting used to the whole grind. I'm been talking to you, Exel SMH. I'm kidding. So what I'm hearing is that you plan to debut before you move out of your parents' home, Axel. Is that true? Oh, okay, goodbye. Goodbye. You didn't spell goodbye right. You said goodbye. 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 I have like in my head it's funny because like I'm like so convinced by Mikoko that you're like a god tier, S tier handsome, but at the same time I think of like Pepe when I think of you. Because like you always use the Pepe memes and I always find it so funny. Pepe is me. I have this one cousin in the Philippines who she is biased and lies. No. The girlfriend's opinion is always the most important opinion. What was I gonna say? I have one cousin in the Philippines who I don't know why, but he's always paranoid giving out his name. So if he's at Starbucks, and then they're like, "Oh, what's your name?" Like he won't give his real name. He'll just go Pepe, and then I'm like, "Pepe the Frog." Darkheart says, nah, same issue. I get bored of streaming too. I give you guys credit for doing anything consistently. Oh, thanks. Yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, like, honestly, VTubing, there's a lot more to VTubing. Like, setting up for, like, VTubing more than people think, and it's, like, insane because, like, it's insane how, like, people think of VTubing as like something's like so shiny, new and fun. Like it's so and it is like it is shiny, new and fun. But it's like people don't realize that it's not as simple as commissioning art for your VTuber model, animating it, and just like putting it on the screen. Like there's so much like annoying like setup that I have to do. Like for example, in my server, I like. And I still underestimate the time it takes to like set up. Like I still do that even after like like 2 months of streaming. So I will like I'll put like add everyone in my Discord server and I'll say okay, streaming in a few minutes, and then I don't actually start the stream until like more than 10 to 15 minutes later, and I'm like, God damn it, Cake, what is wrong with your sense of time? Yeah, so it's like I wish I wish I was what was I gonna say? I wish I was more tech savvy because I'll be honest, I rely a lot on like my friends and like one of my housemates, Mimic. He's also in my VTuber group, and I'll rely on them to like help me like set up things like OBS and stuff. VTube Studio I had to learn on my own, but it's like Jesus Christ. So Darkheart says only game that keeps me coming back is League of Losers. Why League of Losers? Why did you say it that way? Aw, Dark, why? Do you like being in a toxic relationship? Do you enjoy being in pain? Ah, Darkheart really enjoys the pain. Yeah. Hey, philosophically, A lot of pain and suffering leads to being an optimal human being, provided that you grow from it and self reflect on it, etc., etc., etc. Oh, I don't know why, but like my nose is been itchy like all day. Yo, it's like okay, so I'm actually like allergic to cats, but lately because I live with like my friends' cats, like a bunch of them, I found my tolerance getting a lot better for it. Although I will underestimate how allergic I actually am to cats, and then I'll like pick them up and then like hug them against my face, and then like minutes later, like my face will feel like a little bit itchy. So I'm wondering, like, why is my nose still itchy? Do I have like a secret little like speck of like cat fur here? Like, what the heck? Darkheart says, to be fair, if the girl doesn't have some sort of mental illness, I don't want it. Oh my god. I think I have like one friend, and it's like this is like his ex-girlfriend, but he says the way he got together with this one girl, this girl just came up to him and was like, you seem like somebody who's mentally ill. I'd go for it. I think it's something along. I'm probably like butchering how the line went, but it's like that was like the start of their love story. Except she ended up being so mentally ill in a toxic, toxic way that they did not last. But and it's funny because it's like what he once saw as like the beginning of like a quirky love story, he like talks about, he talks about it so differently. He'll be like, when he's in love, he'll be like, oh, you know how she came up to me, she's like, you seem like somebody I'd be with, mentally ill and all. But then now that they're broken up, his way of saying is like, do you even know what she said to me first time she met? She's like, wow, you look like someone with mental illness. I just think it's funny how it's like it's almost like a different perspective of how you see things after a relationship is over. But you know what, Darkheart? If I had to be honest, a lot of people will see your phrase as toxic in and of itself, but I actually agree and relate to you in a good degree, because like not to like spill so many beans on like my own. Well, actually, I try to be open with like who I am online. So like I did grow up struggling with depression, anxiety, and PTSD, and all the other, and survivor of just batshit sad stuff. And so that dark part of my IRL lore is kind of just I kind of just used to it, that it's easy for me to either spew out dark humor, not in a way to cope, but because it's actually fun for me, or like it's just really easy. It's just who I am. So like if I were to hide a lot of that from some of my friends, it feels like I'm hiding like a giant portion of myself, and I don't mean that in a healthy way. It's just because the events that like make me like is just those events I talk about a lot. And also, sorry if I'm rambling and not making sense. It's just how I talk. But anyway, so I realized that I need to have a certain group of friends who I don't have those kind of like dark talks with, and then I always have to have like a close inner circle who does talk about that stuff, who's okay with it. Like, I find that the people who went through shit, and I find that the boyfriends that I did have who also had like things going on in their life, we were a lot easier to connect with each other. It's like it do be real, and I don't mean in a sense that we're like, oh, we're both depressive and codependent. Like, I don't mean that, but it's like, I mean, I feel like I don't really have to explain myself. I think it kind of just goes without saying that it's like, suffering together really, really is, it's intimacy in there. It's how like friendships grow deeper. Darker says, "Oh, I love dark humor." Yeah, definitely, I love dark humor. And interesting. So it's like a lot of people have been using based, but sometimes they don't know what it means. So me and my friends are into based humor, and what that means is that we'll have like a lot of really dark, like really rude kind of humor, but we only say it because like all of us intellectually know that we don't mean it. Like, for example, like me and my friends will like throw out some like racial like shit at each other. Like, you know, like my friends will be like, yeah, Kate, go back to China. I'm not Chinese, by the way, I'm Filipino, but the point is I'm Asian, and it's like I don't take offense to that's like the actual humor in like my friends group, and we all laugh about it. And of course, like we like throw it at each other. So that's an example. There are limits, however. There are limits. Like if it's like there's humor, but then they actually mean it. Like for example, like I had one friend who was like bashing trans people for example, and he said it in a form of a joke, and I'll admit some of the jokes were funny until he said it so much to the point where it's like, wait a minute, that's not base humor, you actually believe they should die, you know? It's like, in that case, that one's not dark humor, that one's just you're just fucked up, you know? I'm not gonna pretend I know how their community is. I'm not gonna pretend, but it's like anything. Like I agree with like anybody who like if whatever makes them happy, whatever makes them feel like themselves. It's like I don't crap on anybody who just like, you know, wants just, you know. Well, everybody, all my homies wanna reach their optimal happiness. You know, it's like we gotta support each other in some sense. So Dark Heart says, "I got you. I'll send you my heavy hitter on Game Tree." Oh my god. I don't know why I read that as heavy Hitler on Game Tree. Something's wrong with me. Oh, speaking of random dark humor, I remember like my friend was like, we were like considering naming this one cat like nicknaming him like Hitler sometimes, because like my cat, that one cat has like a little Hitler mustache, and it's like it's doofy, but like it, you know, it's a cat, it's a little baby kitten, so it's like wholesome and cute. Ah, reminds me. There was this orange cat that I saw up for adoption on like my town like Facebook page, and I'm like, oh, so tempting, but it's like I don't have money, and all my funds go to my special baby dog. So I talk about like cats a lot because like I live with a bunch of them, but like my one true love is actually Cinnabon, my dog. He's a Morkie. Part Maltese, part Yorkie. And sadly, he's not in my house with me right now, just because like my mom and I like take turns, and she really loves him with a passion. Wait a minute, Game Tree. Did you find me on Game Tree, Dark Heart? I'm curious, because I don't use Game Tree anymore, but I vaguely remember saying that I have like my streams on Game Tree bio. I think I do. Oh, you did? Oh wow! Oh wow! That's so cool. Well, thanks for finding me, and then thanks for sticking around to chat. I really appreciate that, because it's like, okay, so like I downloaded a Game Tree about like a year ago, maybe like a year and a half ago, and I thought the concept was really interesting. Unfortunately, the messaging part of the app is so crap slow. I mean, makes sense. It's you know, it's not too developed, I guess. That it's like, you know, it just kind of gave me like a headache. And then after a while, I just, I didn't enjoy it anymore. Yeah. And you know what the sad part is? Like, I'll find a lot of people on the app that were, like, cool, or, like, seemingly cool, and then it turns out that they're actually creepy. So I actually don't have good experience on that app, so I decided, well, it's a cool app. I kind of give up meeting people through it, so I might as well just use it to like market myself a little bit, and that's why I have my little VTuber spiel in the bio. I don't even know if the stream schedule is correct. I might have not even included. So I stream every Mondays at like around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then like Thursdays 9 p.m. So I'll be streaming tomorrow as well. However, those are my chilling, relaxing game streams where I just like chat and like play something, you know, smooth. But like on Wednesdays, I only just started announcing like my study streams. Well, not really study streams because I'm not doing shit, so I guess it's just a simple chatting stream. So yeah, that's me right now. Yeah, you bumped into my scuffed Wednesday evening stream. So again, thank you so much for following and talking to me, because like I genuinely like to like talk to other people, but I'll admit I do kind of get like I get afraid. I got afraid of like messaging people on like Game Tree after a while, just because like, again, bad experiences with it. If anything, I actually downloaded Game Tree to find more female gamer friends, just because all my friends are like mainly just guys, and I recently have like that one female friend, but like we don't always play like the same kind of games. So it's like that was like my original like reason why I got it. And but the thing is, I learned that like there's not a lot of girls on Game Tree, and even the ones that they are, they kind of like make their account and abandon it as soon as they use it. And I did meet at least 1 or 2 people from it, but it's like it's one of those awkward things where it's like, yeah, we have similar interests, but our personalities didn't like click as much. So I just it's kind of like using like dating apps almost. It's like it's like, you know, it's you really have to like put an effort to like meet this person again or game with this person again. So I'm just like, I guess I'll just stick to like what I know, my own little comfort. Yeah. So yeah, that's but you know, I kind of miss the old logo for Game Tree. I think isn't Game Tree logo like colorful as fuck now. I was like looking at my phone and I'm like, what is this? Like, why is it all like funky blue and purple? I kind of like the wholesome thing that actually looked like a tree. Oh, whole tree. Whew. Man, that reminds me, I need to drink more waters on my stream. That's another thing about VTubing, the self-care part. It's easy, I can see why it's easy for some people to, like, get burnt out in some cases. Hmm. I think they might have changed it a couple of months ago. Oh my god. Oh, my desk is full of a bunch of empty water bottles. I need to remind myself to recycle all of them, just cause I feel like once like a desk has so many like water bottles, like cups of water on it, it's like, oh, it looks so, I know it's just water, but it looks so messy. Yeah, note to self to clean it. My cat's like judging me right now. She's really looking at me with those little big old eyes. I'll clean it, baby. I'll clean it, my little cookie boba. But anyways, yeah, so the usual games that I like to play are, I like to play a lot of FPS games with friends. Unfortunately, I can't say that I play a lot of it. In fact, last year was a pretty boring year in terms of gaming, probably because I was like mainly like, I was having like a routine year of just like working and studying and stuff. And so the only thing that we ever did was switch between Dead by Daylight and Overwatch. I know, like awful games. So when we play Overwatch, do you want to play Overwatch? I wouldn't mind playing Overwatch. I'm not gonna lie, I miss playing Overwatch with other people. Like, cause like when I play with C's, like C's is easy to get burnt out of it, except for Mimic. Mimic's like the only person who's like okay with it. Heck no. Oh, okay then. Why ask? It's not like you are bad at it. I think, oh, okay, other people, I see. I'm not good enough. It's fine. That's not what I meant. Other people as an aside from like C's, because again, they get burnt out too much. Your JK be down. It's for fun, not serious. No. Too late. You can't say JK. You're serious. Darkheart says, well, I don't think I'll be playing any FPS. It just looks like I have Parkinson's. Oh no! Why is my nose so itchy right now? I'm not like great at FPS games, but like they're fun for me. Like Valorant, I fucking sucked at. I mean, I still got my kills in, but it's like I still sucked at it. I would like get bopped immediately right after. So I can't just be any FPS game, you know. But yeah, so I like FPS games with friends. What's another thing? I like to play like some survival horror. Like I like the idea of like Minecraft and the forest and other stuff with friends. I really want to play the Raft, but it's like I keep missing it every time it's on sale, and it's never usually on sale. Or at least when it is on sale, it's like on sale when I'm like pretty damn broke, so it makes me kind of sad. I should look that up. You know what? I should look up on Steam games right now, just because it's like, was there still a sale going on, or am I tripping and that's not around anymore? I'm gonna be sad. Yeah. What is this? Steam. What does this even mean? What are these games? Yeah, I don't know what these games are. You're broke as fuck. I am also broke. Honestly, I think I would go as far as to say I'm actually poor. You know how like poor is like you actually don't have money, and then broke is like it's just more like a mentality. Like I'm starting to think that like I lost so much money moving out of like my mom's place, and I don't regret it either, just because like I needed to like find myself and have my own little private space, and of course I have my own privacy to like game and stream uninterrupted, so that's a nice plus size. But man, like my dinners are so much more simplistic now. I don't even like cook as much or experiment with cooking. I kind of just like, okay, basic chicken, basic seasoning, rice. That's it. Like what that, or like, and I'll do that in between like salmon and maybe like ground beef. But I essentially have like a very like routine diet because like I have to. Although I will say, because I'm a bit of like a fat ass when it comes to sweets, I do tend to crave a lot of sugar. So I will occasionally spend the money that I don't have on a credit card for like some desserts. Like the other day I had that really delicious like celebration cupcake from Barnes and Noble. Like, oh, can I just say, you know how like everybody like picks chocolate? Like, yeah, like your like yellow cake with vanilla frosting. It's like, that stuff that's so delicious. Like oh, I would love that right now if I could. That would be so nice. Um, man, like I'd be yeah, a lot of people don't like the basic standard like simple flavors, but it's like I grown to like it. You guys ever tried like fried ice cream before? It's like a kind of like Japanese dessert. It's like a, well, it's mainly Japanese in the sense that you'll find it as a dessert a lot at Japanese restaurants that like serve sushi. However, it's like I don't know, I don't think Japan is actually the actual origin of it. But what was I gonna say? It's okay, I know fried ice cream, the idea of it freaks people out, but I swear it's delicious. So the ice cream is still ice cream, okay? Not all of it's fried. It is still ice cream. It's cold, it's delicious, but on the outside is it's like a delicious sweet like warm like dough, kind of like crunchy like but soft dough surrounding it. Darkheart says, I have not, but would I? You better believe I would. You know what? I respect you, Darkheart. Thank you. Because when I brought it up to certain people in the chat, no, I'm kidding. When I brought it up to some people, some people shamed me for bringing up fried ice cream, and they're like, what the fuck? Why is it fried? Ice cream should just be cold. And I'm like, wait, fam, I'm not done explaining what it is, okay? Okay, like, I'll admit, if you, I'm gonna do it right now, actually. If you Google fried ice cream, oh god, then am I glitching on my stream? Oops, I have blue short hair all of a sudden, whoopsie. Let me get rid of that. Anyway, so if you get the images for fried ice cream, oh shit, that actually looks delicious. I was gonna defend myself. I was gonna be like, I just want to let you guys know, if you look it up, it doesn't look that great, but I swear it's great. Except when I look it up, oh, that looks good. So you see how like it like has a nice like fried dough batter, kind of like fried Oreos in a way, besides like the excess of powdered sugar. Like it doesn't, but like, well, like as a Japanese dessert, it's not an American dessert, by the way. As like the typical like little Asian dessert, it the dough is like, it does not taste cheap at all. It's actually really damn good. And oh my god, it doesn't even need that like chocolate drizzle. It's like fine as is. It's like, it's pretty like flavorful as is. Like how I'm like giving my own little critique of these whole Google image collage of fried ice cream that I'm looking at. Yeah, no, that looks, oh wow. Oh, that looks really good. Deep fried ice cream Oreo sandwich. Oh, that looks delicious. I would share my screen, but I'm afraid of like doxing some of my information here. Oh, now you're hungry. I'm hungry. Oh my god, I just had mac and cheese. That, and I know it's like a vegan organic mac and cheese, but because it's like a pasta with some sort of cream, I still consider it fatty. But here I am craving more fatty stuff such as desserts. Oh my, I swear like every stream I really do end up like talking about like food for some reason. Mimic says Overwatch when Overwatch. It's not Overwatch isn't fun for me anymore. It's only fun when I have at least like what is there? There's like 5 roles on a team. If I have at least like maybe 3 people to three if there's like 3 of us or no, if I have 2 people with me, 2 to 3 more people, like that's enough to enjoy Overwatch. But if I'm playing it with just like 1 person and then the rest of the squad are like people like we don't know, it's like I don't find it like as fun. Like I find Overwatch more when it's like you're playing with a bunch of friends. And I've been feeling that way about Dead by Daylight too recently. That's why it was like easy for me to get out of it. I don't know when you stop playing Dead by Daylight Dark Heart, but it's like there are really fun custom games where it's like and if you don't have enough people, like you could have like AI, have a little bot be like an extra, and it's like they actually perform pretty well. Sometimes they do doofy stuff, some like they are still flawed, but it's like you'll be surprised with like how decently good they are at like looping killers. So I'm like, oh damn, maybe if I ever like practice like killer for Dead by Daylight, I should like do something like that. Whew. Anyways, let me cut out and let me take out all these tabs out of all my little fatty desserts over here. Those Dark Horses, nah, you can't call me back into it. No, don't worry. I wasn't being like, step into my web. I didn't mean it like that, but it's like, okay, it's one of I would say it for like any game. Any game it will feel like a new kind of game when you play it with like friends. I will say that. I'll say that for just about any game. Don't worry. Me pushing Dead by Daylight onto anyone couldn't be me. That game just gets like gets so disappointing sometimes. Oh, you know what game I'm also kind of disappointed? Have any of you guys actually played like the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre game? Because it's like I got it for like, well, I did the like the Xbox Game Pass, but I did the like, oh, first free month is only $1. So yeah, I did that, and I'll admit I didn't really like it. It's like I can tell why it's fun, but it's like you can tell that like once you got the gist down, that like rounds can just take 2 minutes, and it's like the replay value of that I don't really feel it as much, if I had to be honest. Darkheart says ... Why the ... What are you judging? What are you responding to? I wanna. What's going on in that dark heart of yours? Anyways, let me look at my I have so many tabs open. That's probably why. I hope sometimes my PC will glitch if I have like a lot of tabs open. Let me see. Ooh. Hold on. Oh, you play Bubba? Oh, you like the game? Bubba's fun. It's so funny how like you can't start the game without Bubba, and everybody just like doesn't really like Bubba. Like people don't want to play Bubba, and that's fine. Hold on, I'm gonna like, woo. Oh god, my model's acting up, isn't it? Oh my god. But I'm actually typing to someone right now. That's why it's acting. Okay, there we go. I was cause I have like a few friends streaming at the same time as me, so I wanted to like support them. Except if I type on my keyboard, it'll like glitch the fuck out. Hello there, nice to meet you. Anyways, oh god, well, how does my, oh, I have the little blue twin tails. You don't like Leland? Leland? What does that character do? As soon as I get out of the cutscene, the body checks my ass. Okay, you know what? I need to fix my VTube studio. Let's do that right now. Oh, your hair is hi Cream, how are you? What are you doing right now? It's funny because like so I don't know why. So while I did get to fix parts of my VTube studio in the sense that like my model is working and I can move it, for some reason it undid all of the toggles that I set. So when I type on my keyboard, a bunch of shit will happen because, like, you know, like like it's not working well. So let me pull out my handy dandy VTube Studio, and I guess I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it on the stream. So let me see. How does that? Yeah, that's how you see all that on the right. So like right now I'm using VTube Studio to change all that. So let's see, and you can actually, if you, this is all the stuff that's on my model. I have a lot of stuff on my model. So I actually memorized what I usually do. So this one's like to wave my left hand, and I can also enable hand tracking for that. It is a lot, yeah. That's because I made sure if I was going to be a VTuber, I want to have as much like customization as I can. Although I will say that some of this is some of them came with it. Like, you know, when you're doing this is my angry face, by the way. Grr, so angry. So Cream-chan says, "Hi, I'm good. That's weird. It most likely because of an update. Is it an update? It didn't say. I didn't hear about an update that happened recently. But yeah, VTuber Studio has been like making me lose my marbles the last week. Is me blushing? I don't use it often. Maybe a lot of the expressions I technically use as like I plan to use them for like a skit or like a meme or like edits if I ever want to like make some edits and all. Anyways, how are you guys? How are you, Eduardo, Sleepy, Cream, Dark Card? How and the rest of the chat? Like, you know, well, how was your overall Wednesday? Yes, it's Wednesday. God, I really need to keep track of the days. Let me see. So this is my sad face. This is my sad face. When people disappoint me, I can't do this anymore. That's my sad face. Like, you know, it's funny when I use my sad face and I smile, it looks memey as fuck. It's like, totally, you know. This is like my self-deprecating like humor face, if anything. Oh, you worked? What do you do for for work, Dark Heart? I was gonna say, what do you do for darkness? What do you do to step into the darkness? Let me know. Alright, so this one's also one of my favorites. So I use the decimal for when I want to have my glasses on. Oops, hold on. Here's my glasses. And this is how my glasses look like in real life, except I have like gold legs of like the glasses. I think that's what it's called. Anyways. So Eduardo says, I just got a Big Mac, so now I'm chowing down. Oh my god, I can't read today. My neutral space. God damn it, my neutral face, I use the middle mouse button. That way I have like a quick reaction if I wanted to just have a regular face, so I'm just like, okay. This is like, if this is like, you know, it's funny because like I use this when I'm like, I try to like stay true. You know how like VTuber models, when you see them, they're automatically like smiling? Like me, if I'm not smiling, I'll genuinely try to like make sure I'm like not smiling. But right now I'm smiling. See how like my tracking can just pick up my smile? But hold on. So let me undo it, and I'm just automatically smiling even though I'm not smiling. This is my default smile. But again, it'll still pick up when I have a big smiley face. Fun fact. So Axel says, I am doing good simping for Cake and Movie. I was in Muppet stream, but I couldn't even like read it. Axel says, waiting to simp for Mikoko in the future. Technically, your girlfriend is the only one you should be simping for, buddy. Your ube flavored lemur. I'm sorry, that was so. For context, so your lady showed me her VTuber, and like I think her design is so damn cute. However, when I heard I think the tail kind of reminds me of a lemur though. So I like sent her a plushie of a purple lemur, and I'm like, oh, it's you. Cream says, just good. Gonna do some more work because I wanted to continue some model art. Ooh, model art. Oh, are we still down to like work on the outfits for our meeting? Oh my god, I have a VTuber meeting today. Jesus Christ. I always like think about that. Did people respond? I'll check my tags later. But nice. Always cream artsy as fuck. By the way, guys, for context, cream is also in my little VTuber squad. Let me check my thing. Oh, you work at Verizon Wireless? Oh, you must be a really good spokesperson. I bet you're pretty good with business. I lost my chat. Where is it? SMH, when you gonna sim for me? I don't know why that made me laugh. Sleepy says Darkheart fills in for Batman when he's on vacation. Oh wow, how nice of Darkheart to do that. In the daytime he works for Verizon Wireless, but he's Batman at night. Axel says I'm a simp for you too. Aw, look at you, Darkheart. You already have a fan. Axel says, are you hiring? I need a job. Oh, you started just last month. How do you like your job? Like, what do you normally do? What's a typical day at your job like, Darkheart? Tell. Why don't you tell the class and show and tell your new toy while you're at it? Okay, back to my back to, let me see, glasses off. Let me. So my neutral face is the middle mouse button. And then I always have, so my sad face is the numpad 3, but like to make sure I'm crying with it, I'll like put that. You see how like the tears pop up in there? There we go. I'll do a little wakey face. Let me do that. There we go. Oh shit. So there's a clash here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Winking just as I should. Okay. Finally, my pointing, so I can point at chat when they're being too cringe. Cringe! So anyways, old people come in. Don't know how to turn on their cell phone. Ah, hey, I mean, like, at least it's a simpler job. What would you say is the hardest part of your job? Also, yeah, congrats on the new job. Do you like what you're doing? Or is it, do you actually get like more, do you lose patience for like the boomers who need tech help? Okay, so that was my point animation. Now we're gonna get to the butt. So I have several different hairstyles made by the courtesy of Cream, and so I usually like to toggle. Oops, what the fuck? Why am I black haired? I usually toggle this, so I'm gonna make this the Z. So that way, when I click XZ, I am. Oh shit! Well, that's a glitch right there. I'll fix that. That usually means I like clash with some other toggle. That's the thing. You have to. What am I doing? Space. What is up with my goofy ass hair? That looks so dumb. Okay, yeah, this is definitely clashing with something, but I'll edit that as I go. I use X for the twin tails. So Darkheart says, it's alright for the most part. My manager was happy with how quick I picked things up. Oh, nice, nice. You're using your gamer skills at work. Let me see. Honestly, like, so I work as a nurse, but like, I'm like kind of considering having a small part-time job and back in retail. So I used to work at Target, and I'm thinking to myself like, ah, man, like, I need some extra funds, man. Need some extra funds. I'm not. A part of me kind of feels like I'm like regressing in life if I were to like go back to Target because of how miserable I was, you know, working at Target during nursing school. But at the same time, it's like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, gotta eat to live. So Darker says, I mean, you're pretty good at speaking. Ah, thank you. I can be. I think when it's a good day, I can be good at speaking. For on days where it's like, if I don't have enough good sleep or good food in my belly, like you bet your sweet bippy that you'll hear my English kind of broken, I guess. All right, let me see. So twin tails with X, and then for short one, it's gonna be C. There we go. So there we go. I call my short hair my bad bitch hair. Ooh, why did it turn blue? I need to fix that. Jesus Christ. Okay, so hard. Yeah, I mean, like, it's funny because I wasn't always a good speaker. And even now, I would say I'm still like mid tier. So like when I was younger, I did not pick up on things fast when I was a kid. Like for example, like you never want to be the person to like diagnose yourself, but sometimes I feel like I might have had some sort of like trauma induced like ADHD, because that can actually happen depending on like parents, like parenting style can actually, it makes you more susceptible to like, you know, ADHD. And ADHD is probably like one of my least favorite things to talk about, because like, you know, nowadays people kind of like blame everything on it, or they misdiagnose, and there's plenty of people who don't get diagnosed. But anyways, I'm not going to get too into that. But the point is, in my case, like my mom used to be a complete hard ass when she was tutoring me. I remember when I was younger and I was learning how to say the months from January to December in order, and I would my mom wouldn't let me to come to bed. Like she wouldn't let me come to bed or go to like my go to sleep unless I like say it in order. And I remember I was crying and I was like January, February, May, and then my mom will be like March. She'll like yell at me so fucking hard, and it's like I'll like cry. So it's like and my mom's not like that anymore. And the funny part is when I bring that up with her, we laugh about it, and she doesn't even remember teaching me that way. Funny, because I'm the youngest of three. I have two older brothers, and my mom didn't even like teach my brothers that way. So I wonder if it's like I was slow on some stuff, and my mom was just impatient with me. But like when she was impatient with me and talked to me that way, in other parts, it kind of made me develop a little bit of like performance anxiety. So when I had like group projects or presentations when I was in like elementary or like middle school, it would freak me out. So I wasn't always the best speaker. I was talkative with friends, so I grew up a really talkative person. Maybe I had my dad to thank for that, because he instilled a lot of that in me when I was a kid. He would always, when I come home from school, he's the kind of dad who would like ask me how school was, what, why, when, where, how, like, you know, what did I learn, and he wanted me to expand on what I learned. So it's like I feel like I got to like exercise and practice like conversational skills just, you know, from my dad. And my dad will make me think about like philosophical stuff too. He'll point out stuff on the History Channel. He was just like a really great dad. Not saying that my mom wasn't great. It's just that like my dad was more on the emotional side, while my mom was probably more on like she was a little bit more on like the stern side. And you know, both I am very grateful for, but I am especially grateful for like what my dad did in terms of like my passions. Or at least like you know, being who I am personality wise. And I thank my mom for like my organizational side. But yeah, so anyways, back to what I was thinking. That's what I was saying before. Like, I was not always a good speaker. It was only until college where I truly truly got to find my balance. Yeah, it has to be a balance. Well, it was college when I like truly like blossomed, I guess. So in the first year of college, I had a really awful breakup, and it changed something in me. It kind of made me want to be much better, and so I call that the summer when I grew, like my bad bitch summer, where when I had a big glow up. I was constantly looking at a lot of like philosophical, psychological, YouTube like podcast and like other works. And then I also gained like a multicultural awareness for my own culture as like an Asian American. I grew up in a predominantly white area. I never really cared about who I was until like, you know, I was kind of discovering myself through like different medias on YouTube, and that's actually what inspired me to want to be a YouTuber and get into streaming in the future, which is, you know, the present day. And so yeah, it's like it's a lot of my mentors online that probably gave me that allowed me to like level up to like the speaker that I am today. So I feel like I can hold some sort of like audience retention, or like I can entertain myself quite well when I stream. So that's actually probably one of the number one things to look to you know, to know if you're like a good solid VTuber, is if you are entertaining to yourself. Because if you're not entertaining yourself, you know, like, you're not, how are other people gonna find you like entertaining, you know? And of course there's like loopholes around that, but you know, still. Let me see, what, I don't think it was, I think my heart eyes was numpad 9. So does this work? Yeah, my heart eyes. I never really used this little face, but it's like it like came free. Alright, so low twin tails is going to be, I think, V, right? This one V2. Okay. I get that out. But yeah, that's why I'm a very nostalgic person of college, because I truly felt my most alive in my early undergraduate years. Not my late undergraduate years. Late graduate years was when undergraduate years was when I was like suffering through like a deeper dive into depression. But if I had to be honest, no regrets, because I learned the most when I am constantly in the grind and suffering but self-reflecting. I think I think that's something I have to thank my dad for. I think it's he really taught me how to self-reflect and give things like a second thought, a third thought, a fourth thought. So, you know, rest in peace, father. All right, so for high ponytail, I think it was and straight hair. Hold on, I got this wrong. I got this wrong. What was my straight hair toggle? Oh, it was B, and then high ponytail was N. There. Shh, what the fuck? Where's regular N? There we go. So Dark Heart says, but have you been to a mental hospital though? Son, I work at a mental hospital. I'm a psychiatric nurse. Was I ever admitted to one? No. Have I seen the inside of how it looks like to be in one? Yes, just by working days straight and like literally like living with my patients, because well, especially when I did like 12-hour shifts and I saw like their whole day up to when they like go to sleep. And then of course I took overnight shifts when I am sleeping. Not a really big fan of the fucked healthcare system we have in America, but that is also the reason why I am in my master's program, because again, mental health advocate. I'm really big on like therapeutic communication as a more like proactive way to helping people, self-reflect and, learn healthy, positive like coping strategies, of ways to like cope with the dark stuff in their life, and also come up with ways to like, I guess dissipate negative thought processes. And so, oh, Dark Heart says, I enjoyed it. I made friends with an old lady. Aww. So, can I, do you mind if I ask you a question, and you don't have to, answer this? Were you in a mental hospital in your adulthood or when you were a kid? I work with everyone. So I work with adolescents. I also am occasionally floated to the adult psych unit. There's also the detox unit. Now, that one's like a really rough unit. There's the substance use addictions unit. And then there's the rehab unit. Well, they're in rehab, so it's like the most, tame, I guess. Alright, so what do I use for the eye roll? I think I used the divide for the eye roll. Now, honestly, like, okay, so when it comes to, so adult, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, a lot of people find good camaraderie and support at mental hospitals. I don't applaud. Some mental hospitals will make things worse for people, and please, by all means, do not blame nurses and doctors or CNAs or mental health staff, because trust me when I say that they take that job with the idea of like helping people. It's just that high corporate and higher ups just make it so that we can't do all we can for patients. However, so I'll have a lot of like crazy stuff going on in adolescence unit, because kids, they don't see everything. Kisbet says, I blame the nurses for sure. Get out, Kisbet. Actually, because I was just fixing up my model, I can do this. Get out. Get the fuck out. I'm kidding. For context, people in the chat, this is Kisbet, Endor Diamond. He's a good friend of mine. He's also in my VTuber squad. He's also really cringe. So anything that comes out of his mouth, like, don't even like, it's like poo-poo. English I speak. But anyways, what I was gonna say, here's the thing. So when it comes to the adult psych unit, like camaraderie, suffering together, makes sense. It's nice. However, when it comes to the adolescent psych unit, we don't encourage friendships. We always say, hey, I know it's very tempting to exchange social media like Instagram, Snapchat, whatever, but it's like HIPAA laws, bro, like, like health laws. Like, you don't want people spreading some shit and be like, oh yeah, I met Kisbet at the mental health hospital, he came in there for depression, ha ha ha. Like, it's like you don't want, like, and I know people don't do it, like, well, at least I hope you know, kids don't do this for fun, but like there will be some times where people will spread each other's like healthcare information when they shouldn't. So that's like the part of like, you know, being in a psychiatric facility where like things can get out of hand when kids be like passing notes to each other, and we're like, oh god, we're the staff is supposed to stop that. Axel says Kismet tell her to do ASMR stream. What the fuck? Yeah, you can't tell Kismet to do it. He'll be like, what? Why would I do that? Yeah, that I think that's his reaction. Is like, what? I don't even like ASMR streams. Why would I do that? No, maybe, you know what? Maybe we'll do like a funny cringe joke ASMR stream one of these days where I'm like telling a story. I remember like they have some. I give props to really talented storytellers that are able to do some impromptu comedic shit as an ASMR artist. I haven't, not that I like go to watch them occasionally, but I've bumped into them occasionally on YouTube, and it's like, I don't know, it's like this one girl, she was like talking, having a funny story about her at like at a grocery store, and it's like, oh, but she was also whispering, and then at the same time she like did a light burp, and she's like, oops, sorry, and I'm like, what the fuck? Kismet says, I need angry cake ASMR. It's, for last time, that makes no sense. ASMR is supposed to be soothing and relaxing. Like, what is angry cake ASMR anyway? Like, I don't know what that means. Like, what is that? It's like, am I like whispering angry? I'm like, listen, bitches, I hate it when people cut in line. I hate it when people cut in line. Like, is that what you mean, like ASMR? I don't know why that's like the first thing that came to mind when it comes to anger. Now, what is something I hate? Oh my god, I hate my friends. No, okay, when I'm trying to sound angry and do an ASMR voice, it ends up me sounding like a little gremlin. Preach! Oh my god. Darker says, I can't do the ASMR thing. I can't have someone deep in my ears. Oh yeah, I mean that's the, yeah, no. For me, it depends. I will say that I like the sound of the rain. I think it's calming. I love the sound of like the waves, the ocean crashing against like the sand and the rocks. Like, I think that's nice. I think, or like maybe when like, people like tap on stuff. Okay, tell me if you guys hear this. That's gonna be really awkward if you didn't hear it, and in my stream it's just silence, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? But I was essentially trying to like tap on like my bowl there. I mean, it's plastic, but like hypothetically feels wooden. I kind of like it. Kismet says you just whisper angrily. Yeah, like a gremlin. I don't want to do that. You aren't whispering quiet enough. You got to be calm and angry at the same time. Okay, no. I'm aware I could do better. Okay, but I don't want some doofy ass record of me trying to do some angry ASMR shit. That doesn't, I don't want that being clipped. Oh my god. If anything, if you guys like ASMR so much, maybe you guys go make your angry ASMR. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Hold on. I haven't finished putting, I don't want my black hair to appear out of nowhere, so what was my black hair before? Oh, I got jump scared by that. Oh, Muffin! Oh my gosh, she's hosting a chant. I'm like, my VTuber model's like glitching right now too. Okay, hold on. Let me situate myself there. Hello, friends and family. For the people who joined, my name is AtlasCake, but you can just call me Cake. How was your stream, by the way, Muffin? Did you have a really good stream? Ooh, the simp cake. I love, you know how much I love the simp cake emoji. It makes, damn it. I was talking about like fatty foods earlier, by the way, Muffin. I was just telling the chat what fried ice cream is, and before you guys knock it, but why is my hair pink? What is going on? What the fuck? Yeah, no, VTube Studio has been glitching, so it kind of erased all my toggles, so that's what's going on. But anyways, yeah, no, like, so I was talking about food a bit way too much at one point, and now looking at your cake emoji makes me want to have some food right now. So, have you guys ever tried fried ice cream before? So anyways, before you criticize it, listen, not every part of it is fried, okay? The ice cream is still cold ice cream. If you look it up online, it is delicious. So the ice cream is cold, and then on the outside, it's like a warm, doughy, delicious like breading that's like sweet. Oh my god, I'm looking at it right now. It's like I'm looking at the love of my life. Oh, you tried fried ice cream, Axel? Okay, good. I was about to throw hands for the people who are like, what do you mean fried ice cream? Why would I ever? It's like, how dare you disrespect fried ice cream? And I'm also into fried Oreos too, but that one's like a basic one that everyone knows. Not everyone knows fried ice cream, and I'm like, ugh, that's such a delicacy for me. So Muffin says, it went great. I finally finished the community center, the original form of beating the game. Oh! Oh, okay. You know, I vaguely remember that from Stardew Valley, even though I never went far at all. But like, damn, I wish I should really go back to it. But you know what? The mods are so tempting. Do you play with mods, by the way? When I see your Stardew Valley gameplay, it doesn't look like there's mods, but it's like I'm tempted to get all those like cutesy pick mods, those doofy ones. So Muffet says, but I am hungry and I have heard of I have heard of fried ice cream and now I want some. You smelled as friend ice cream. Oh my god, ice cream made out of your friends? I'm kidding. So gruesome. Anyways. Yeah, so like I do God, I keep like jumping from like topic to topic. So I do really like playing like FPS games and some sort of horror survival games, but most of the time I'll be doing like chat streams just because I'm the kind of person who really likes to like chat with people and like get to know them and have deep talks and self-reflect. So that's kind of like my thing that I like to do. So unfortunately, I'm still on the fence when it comes to like doing horror games for October because like I'll be too much of like a wussy. But at the same time, I had a lot of fun like talking about and like sharing different kinds of like horror games and horror movies with all of you guys. So anyways, Muffin says I'm not playing with mods, but I've really considered the Stardew expanded mod. Alright, getting food. Yes, get food. Friend ice cream. Kind of reminds me of Friendlies. Do you remember when like, I don't know if like, okay, it depends where you guys live, but like, have you guys heard of like Friendlies before? Like, you know the tune where it's like, I wanna go to Friendlies? Like, they really used to hype up their desserts a lot back then, and I do think their desserts are delicious, don't get me wrong, but like, sometimes, it's a bit, so like now that I'm older and I've tried other desserts, it's like, I don't know, I'm losing love for it. But like, one of the other desserts that I've been having like a big like phase for was the lemon cake with lavender infused cream. Oh my god, I'm talking about food again just because I saw that one cake emoji that like Muffin just used. Jesus Christ. Earlier I was like going on a big spiel about how important it is to like, you know, have multiple different friend groups in college so you can like learn more stuff about other people and different perspectives. Honestly, back in college, I actually did make it a habit to learn about different perspectives because back then when I was in psych, I always knew from a young age that I would work with either mental health or people in general because I just like to help people. Yeah, so I always thought to myself, if I'm going to help somebody, it makes sense to be the most optimal version of myself that I can be. So I'm thinking to myself, how do you become the optimal version of yourself, you know, so that you help other people? Well, the thing is, if you're going to be working with people for the rest of your lives, you need to know, you know, different kinds of people of their varying backgrounds, seeing where they come from, seeing their stories, you know? So like, I always thought to myself, like, I was always the kind of person to try to join almost not every club, but like all the clubs that I liked as much as I could because, you know, I just really like really being like involved in my community. I always thought about how you know, education is a privilege to have. Like not everybody is able to afford education or be lucky enough in their lifetime to like, you know, go through it, you know, and even if they do, it's might not be the experience they wanted to. And so I was always like aware of like the opportunities that I had, and that's why I made sure to, you know, do as much as I could during my undergraduate years. So if I over talk about college too much, I swear it's not because I'm some weird like hyper like college girl or anything, you know. It's just because like I'm just honestly truly grateful for like everything, all the accumulation of like stuff I've learned, all the accumulative stories and all the accumulation of all the people that I met. It's like there isn't like one person I met that I like really forgot. At least someone I like truly interacted with. Like it's really hard for me to do that. Like anyways, like I guess what I'm trying to say is, and I guess for anybody who's like new in my chat, welcome to my stream. My name is AtlasCake. Nice to meet you, but you guys can just call me Cake. yeah, so I'm very pro mental health advocate. That was the inspiration behind wanting to stream and be a YouTuber in the first place, is because I always thought to myself, one, I like the idea of, you know, a digital time capsule of all my friends, and two, just sometimes people online just want to decompress and this kind of sound kind of weird, but just like talk to people that they don't normally talk to on the daily, you know. It just like, you know, it gives them a chance to just like decompress and be either a different version of themselves, or just like meet other people without having the hassle of like going out, especially like when you're an adult and making adult friendships is really difficult. So yeah, I that was also another inspiration to why, you know, VTubing was important. Axel says, thank you for welcoming. Nice to meet you. Okay. Yes, nice to meet you, Axel. So, Axel, what do you do for a living? Other than simping, sympathetic, simportiveness, simportunity. Ah, I made another pun. A simportunity. When Sims find other VTubers, it's a simportunity to simp. By the way, guys, I know this guy's okay. I'm not dissing him. I'm not dissing him, but simping as a joke. You know what's interesting? I still think it's interesting how funny it is. I don't know if this still sits the same way. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that on Twitch the word simp was banned, and I think it was because it was derogatory. It made people on, you know, chat feel too self-conscious. It made actual Sims felt, you know, self-conscious. So it's like, you know, it was used as like a bully word almost, and a half meme word as well. And nobody ever wants to be considered the meme of the group unless it's like an actual close group of friends, right? So I think I heard that like instead of simp, people say shrimp instead. That's what I heard. I don't know if it still stands. No way. What? Yeah, again, I don't know if it still stands, but that's what I heard from a year ago. Maybe I should ask Cream, because it's like she's more of an expert on that than I am. She would know. Axel says, I am a simp and simple on the internet. Damn, never mind, you took my joke. Yeah, you know, I know my chatters so well. I know my my all the occupations of my chatters, and Axel's a professional. Oh, I got another one. A simp professional. A simp professional. Simp professional. You got that? You got that, guys? Yeah, drop that. But anyways, don't mind me. I'm just gonna drink a little bit of water. Oh my god, Eduardo says I can't out-simp him. Can you imagine? A prof-simp. Oh no, when I think of prof-simp, I think of like a professor. A professor-imp. No, that doesn't work. It's okay, I'll come up with more. Oh. Is it possible to subscribe to every VTuber ever? Well, it's your job to make it simpossible. Oh wait, I guess it sounds like impossible more than possible, but with sip it. Okay, whatever. But anyways, oh my god, my nose has been itching the whole stream, and I'm thinking to myself, is there like a cat hair? So it's like if my VTuber model is like bugging every now and then with my eyes and my face twitching, that's me like itching my nose. Don't mind me. Oh god. But anyways, yep, so much for study stream. This was really, I mean, I knew that I wouldn't be studying. I was kind of in the mood to just like rant, and I have to say, this was probably the most you know how like sometimes I tend to blabber too much that my English becomes so broken and stuff, or I tend to subject hop so much but at a rapid pace that even I forget the point that I'm making. I think this is probably the best stream that I've had in terms of actually sticking to what I was trying to say. Like I wasn't like this was a good stream day. This was a good stream day. So to all you guys who like were watching me today, I thank you for that, because you know, I'll be honest, like real talk, I always told myself that VTubing is just for fun, and it is. However, I am also the kind of person who likes to top myself. I compete against myself. I don't like the idea of like regressing. And so sometimes when I have streams where I feel like my English is just blabbering gibberish, and like I'm not connecting to what I originally wanted to say, or what is supposed to be a relaxing stream isn't even relaxing at all. Like, I'll admit I tend to be a bit like self-conscious. And you know, and I'm not normally like like self-conscious in terms of my speech. Like, I'm usually okay with my speaking ability, but like sometimes like I the way I like measure how well I'm doing is like I'll look at my VOD and I'll be like, am I entertaining myself? Like, it's not about like, ooh, do people even think I'm entertaining? They're chatting, but I don't think they are. Like, I really do measure my success of the day by saying, was I entertaining myself? I feel like I was just spewing random nonsense. And so like I feel like the last streams or games that I did were kind of weak. And so I mean, and of course, like I'm still very grateful for like the little baby community that I have that's like supporting me along the way. But I do like apologize if it's like, man, if like my chill streams ended up not being chill at all, you know? Oh my god, did I just burp a little bit while I did that? I'm sorry if the mic picked that up. Jesus Christ. How embarrassing would it be if like the mic never really picks up my burps? So, and I've just been announcing it burps when I didn't really need to say that was burps? Oh my god. Now anyways, yeah, no, I feel like today was a good day. Today was a good day because like, so early this morning I got my CPR certification renewed. That I am starting a new job soon. I know I talked about this last month, or like in the middle of last month, and that's because the process to take all like my background check and papers in order is really long. Like I still have to get like my physical exam done and a TB test, but the nearest doctor appointment date I could get was only next week. So, you know, that's if it sounds like I'm talking about a new job and I'm not even talking about the job, I swear to God that I did get hired. It's just that it's been a while. But anyways, man, speaking of which, so anybody who's new to the chat, I am a psychiatric nurse, but I recently got hired at a correctional facility, so I'm gonna be looking at like a state prison. And I know a lot of people are like, oh god, how can you handle that? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. So I'm a little bit nervous for it. So because I'm nervous for it, I have been more patient than usual, waiting for like my job to start up. So I think my cat. I have some cats outside right. I heard something drop there. Anyways, well, yeah. And so yeah, a lot of people always ask me, how am I gonna do? And the truth is, I heard that nurses prefer working at prisons more than they do at psychiatric facilities, because at a psychiatric facility there isn't always like security or a guard or a lot of like staff there to like help you out. It's like if a patient becomes combative or aggressive or causes harm to themselves or others, it's the nurses that gotta like pin them down and also talk them out of it at the same time as find a way to like administer a medication that could help them. With consent, of course. And then at a prison, at least there, if something goes wrong, there's plenty of guards and security there. At least I hope so. It is a state prison. If there isn't, I'm gonna be so damn angry, because it's like I'm so tired of oh, hello, Caleb Green just followed the channel. Thanks so much. I'm Cake. Nice to meet you. I was just blabbering about how like the new job that I got. And I've came across enough toxic management in my days. I am so ready to be treated right for once. Okay, well actually I've always been ready to be treated right. We all want to be treated right for a job, but it's like, you know how it is. Healthcare is like, fuck, that's just how it is, you know? So I'm not like surprised when I'm not treated right by management. You know, it is what it is. You take some, you lose some, especially if you're a nurse working in healthcare. But you know, in this new job that I'm gonna have, I'm gonna be so fucking angry if I go through this same stuff where HR is like, "Hey, Kate, can you come in for work?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure. Is there any other staff?" And they're like, "Yep, you bet your sweet bippy there is." And then I clock in and I'm alone. I'm alone to like at least 20 patients, which is so not cool. Except at a prison, everyone in the whole prison is my patient. However, I know there's gonna be a little divided area, so it's not like a floor or a unit where I'm visiting from room to room or cell to cell. Thankfully, I will just be at the infirmary waiting and organizing stuff if like anyone needs help. But anyways, hi Caleb, how are you? Welcome to my stream. How was your Wednesday evening doing? I usually stream Mondays and Thursday evenings, but so like I don't think I updated like my schedule on my other social media platforms, but Wednesday streams are usually my either just studying stream or my just chatting stream. So Dark Heart says, that is funny, not gonna lie, I used to be a corrections officer. No way! A correction officer? That's crazy. Can you tell me how that felt? Like how did that go for you? Like do you have crazy stories like or violent stories? Like can you name a time where it was like some batshit crazy shit happened? I love Fiona and Cake. Aw. Anyways, oh my god, again, sorry if my model is tweaking out every now and then. I am just itching my nose because it is extra ticklish today. So Access is brought. I accidentally just click on a dumb stream that show herself cutting wood and she just showing her ass on stream as she cuts wood. Oh, really, accident? Is that an accident? An accident? He accidentally clicked on... Oh, you were switching the phone. It was, sure, buddy, sure. So glad I fixed my model. Now my model agrees with me. Wink, wink. Here, have another one. Wink. Oh my god. You know what I thought about when you said cutting wood? This gets sound really sad, but I thought it was gonna say cutting wrist. I would be so fucking sad if that's a fucking stream and people look at that for entertainment. So why did I mention that? So here's the thing. So Cream and I were talking about games to like play, and she was thinking about streaming I think it's, what is it called again? Overload? Streamer Overload? Like cutesy streamer overload? Something like that. It was pretty hyped when it came out last year. I think maybe it might have came out around like the summertime. And it's a cool game. Like it's a cool concept, but it's like I do have to warn you guys, if you're interested in the game, there is one part of the game where you actually have to, you know, cut thy part, you know? Like I don't want to like excuse me. I don't want to like say it out loud too much, but it's like just because like trigger warning. Anybody who is like sensitive to that kind of stuff, just, you know, be careful. But essentially, Needy Streamer Overload, I think that's what the game was called. So essentially, you play as the boyfriend of a really cute streamer, and as you know, a lot of streamers' boyfriends tend to be their managers. And so she was kind of like a manager. So what you do is you plan out her day, you plan out what stream she's gonna do, you plan out like, you know, what kind of stuff she should post on social media, you know, you buy her outfits or take you know, just to see like what people like. So the goal is to increase her following and engagement with her audience. However, the downside is that your in-game girlfriend is depressive, and she also has suicidal ideations and self-harm, you know. Yeah, she has like self-harm tendencies, and so you have to be careful that she doesn't get burnt out of what she's doing. You have to keep her sanity by messaging her every now and then, taking her on dates, making sure you're like choosing the right options. And at the end of every like day, you get a little reading of how well you did in terms of like boosting her on social media at the same time as boosting her as keeping her sane. And there are unavoidable parts of the game where you actually have to watch your in-game girlfriend cut herself. And when I came to that, I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was like, really? I don't really get, like, uncomfortable by that too much just because I work at a psychiatric facility. So there are times where I had to stop a patient's knife from like slitting themselves. Like, so that's like stuff that I see. But I was just, there was so much shock value playing it within a game. I was so just letting you guys know, if you're ever interested in that, that's a trigger warning for you. So Darkheart says, well, I worked in the SRU wing. One of the inmates on the yard called one of the SRU guys lame. Then the SRU guy proceeded to get a lock and a sock and beat the shit out of the other inmate. Oh my god, that's what? That's crazy. That's horrifying. That's yeesh. I don't. Oh, I hope you are safe. Clearly you're safe now if you're still alive and talking to me, but I hope you have I hope you were generally safe for the time that you were working there, because I would not like that kind of exposure at work. I mean, I have that exposure at work as a psychiatric nurse. Yeah, you're totally fine. Yeah, good. It's just like honestly, like even though I'm still a nurse, I still have some stories that I'm not gonna lie, I am like partially scarred from. Not scarred from, like it's like if like people like go through not really scarred from, but it's like I'm always on my toes when I'm at work. I don't want to do anything that could like do more harm, you know. That just makes sense. It's when you're a healthcare worker, you know, everything you do and every word you say like really does matter to these people, you know. They think about it a lot, you know. It's you know, when people at a psychiatric facility, they're going through one of the hardest times in their life, it makes no sense to like, you know, make it even harder for them. The sad part is that, again, a lot of nurses and doctors and CNAs, etc., are we don't actually have that much like ability to do all that we can. Like, if it was up for us, if it was genuinely up to us and how we work, I would like to assess and treat people one by one, so everybody has an individualized, successful treatment plan. However, you know, the staff, the ratio of like nurse to like patients, it's like so big, and it's just kind of hard. It really is all about like getting through the day and making sure people don't die. Yeah. I can rant about that all day long, but maybe I'll save it for a YouTube video or something. So Darkheart said, I'm just gonna warn you, the inmates will try catcalling you and do everything they can to try to manipulate you. That's I get that as a psych nurse at my actual facility. So I was administering an insulin injection into like the abdomen of one of the older patients, because, you know, his blood sugar was quite high, and then while I'm like rubbing his stomach with the alcohol wipe just to like clean the area, he's like, oh, I'm so glad it's one of the hot nurses treating me. And I'm like, oh god, what the fuck. I didn't say it like that. It's like so I the way I react is like, oh wow, that's nice, and then I'll administer it and then I'll walk away. There was one patient that was like flirting with me. So he wanted to get some community. No, not community. He wanted to get some socks. There we go. He wanted to get into he wanted some like one of the community, you know, non-slip sock wear, right? And so he asked me, he's like, oh, can I have the socks, please? And then so I gave him the socks, and then he like he tried on the socks in front of me, and he was like, looks sexy, right? And he was like, and I swear he wasn't like he wasn't having some sort of psychotic you know, mood behavior or anything. He was literally trying to, his personality was literally like genuinely playful, and he was like posing for me. And then I'm like, oh, I mean, you if you are attractive to yourself, you know, that's what's most important. And then I just like walked away. That's like how I tell people those things have some mad grip. True. And so yeah, and it's funny. So I told one of the nurses, I'm like, I think that one guy was like kind of flirting with me, and he's like, oh, he's always flirting with the young nurses, even though he has a wife. And I'm like, say what? Oh, poor wife. And then I also found out later in the day that that's the same guy like punched the window of the common room, and I'm like, oh damn, he seems so nice and playful, but I guess it was not a nice morning for him. But honestly, yeah, no, it makes sense. Like, hard to have a really nice day in like mental health hospitals. It's understandable, but of course it's different for everybody. So I'm glad it wasn't as terrible for you, Dark Heart. Is I've seen some people who found love in mental health hospitals, and it's like, of course, like the staff were required to like break that up in the off chance people might sneak into each other's rooms and bone each other. Now that's really bad. That is, yes, they're adults, and yes, they can have consent with each other, but it's not it's a psychiatric facility, not a hotel, so unfortunately, we cannot go, yeah, get it, girl, get it, girl, get it, go, get it, boy, get it, boy, like, you have to be careful, And so, yeah, what was I going with this? Yeah, so like you have to be careful. And so one time I was administering meds to these patients, and then after that they like turned to each other, and then they just get each other a little wholesome peck on the lips, and I'm like, oh, what's that? It was like at the corner of my eye when I was like putting away stuff, and then one of the nurses was like, hey, no kissing, and then like one of the girls was like, oh, sorry, we just had a really intimate moment, and we had an intimate conversation earlier, and then I'm like, oh, and I'm thinking to myself like, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them because, like, again, when it comes to people going through like a tough time in their life at such a facility, it's like it's nice when you find it's nice when you find like a cohesive community. It's nice when you find such an intimate bond with someone who like relates to your the burdens you went through. Oh, damn, indeed. Yeah. Whew. So let me see. I'm curious. So Wednesday evenings is when I do my VTuber meeting. So I tagged my squad. Let's see, what are they up to? Yeah, that works over on VC when you guys can give me the costume. Ooh, nice. Okay. All right, cool. Let me see. Oh, Mimic's home. I didn't even know that. Well, I guess I did. It's already 10. That makes sense. It's already been late. Whew. Honestly, I think I had a pretty decent day today. I had a pretty nice stream. So again, thank you guys so much. I think I might cap my stream here just because I want to like decompress a bit and relax before I have to go through my VTuber meetings. So, by the way, when I mention VTuber meetings, essentially every Wednesday late evening, I have a VTuber meeting with my group. Their name is C's, SC Essential Espresso Services. I tend to market them a lot because they're my homies. They mean a lot to me. We all started at the same time. Typical group of friends who thought VTubers were cringe but decided to do it. Why not? Oh, by the way, so this is just for anybody who's like new and watching and didn't know this, because I have healthcare licenses that I do get afraid of like compromising in the off chance I get canceled. That is one of the main reasons why I decided to opt for VTubing, and then I kind of like convinced some of my friends to go along for the ride. So a lot of my group in the VTuber squad I'm in are some of them are me, not all, but we're all enjoying what they do. So if you go on my YouTube channel, and I would appreciate support on my YouTube channel too, you guys. I do have if you go to my about section, I think my about section, or maybe just the homepage section, I do have featured channels where I featured all of my friends there, so please do have a look. So Darkheart says, yeah, it's only bad when it is staffed with an inmate, even though they tell you so many times in academy to not have sex with the inmates. Oh my god, that's scary. Honestly, yeah, that makes sense because it's easy to have like an abuse of power, and back then, like, oh yeah, no, a lot of staff used to really bang those inmates back in the day, or it was quite sad. I mean, I'm not get too into that just because the end of stream, but anyways, like, yeah, I know in California. Oh, Morgan 3000 hosted with 5 viewers. Oh, thank you, Morgan. Hi everyone. For those who joined. Oh, follow the channel. Oh, thank you, Levi's Laugh Factory. Oh, that's a really cute name. Hi guys, my name is AtlasCake, but you guys can just call me Cake. I'm a psychiatric nurse VTuber. I haven't VTubed for that long, but I usually do like chill streams, chill chats, cause I like deep talks. Hell yeah! Thank you so much, Morgan 3000. How was your stream? What did you do in your stream? I hope you had a good time with your your chatters. I was just talking about, well, I don't even know. Man, we were talking about a lot of stuff today. We were talking about how it is to like work at a psychiatric facility, how I got a new job at a correctional facility. My mouth was watering for the idea of like fried ice cream because that dessert is delicious. And no, the whole thing isn't fried. Look it up. It is delicious. Don't knock it till you try it. But yeah, I was just saying, other than chill chat streams, I want to do more horror games. When I do, the Morning 3000 played drums on stream for the second time. Ooh, nice. Hey, that's kind of random, but do you sing by any chance? Like, I mean, anybody with music talent, can I just say, it was one of the most attractive, like, I was gonna say features, attractive abilities, like, attractive skills that people can have, in my opinion. Musical ability, and if, like, they know how to fight. I know that's kind of weird. I remember when I was in, college, I saw one of my college boyfriends. We're not together anymore, but like he was kind of like a little bit buff, and like one time I was meeting him so that we can like walk down the hill together to the dorms, and I saw him like hitting like the punching bag, and then I'm like, whoa, damn, that's like, and I not to be like TMI or anything, but I don't have much of like a big libido or anything, so it's like it's kind of hard to like, you know, for me to go, ooh, hello there, but it's like that day I was like, ooh, hello there. Morgan 3000 says, I've sang some things, mostly Joy Division and some punk and really punk I'm really into. Oh, nice. I like all kind of like musics, but it's like I had a big alternative rock phase when I was younger. Levi's Laugh Factory says, I'm thinking of Western style stuff for a book idea I've called Holster Band. Huh, interesting. Wait, for a book idea? Do you write by any chance? Is that what you were talking about? But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, another thing you guys should know about me is that I blabber so much to the point where sometimes my mind will go into several different directions, and I'll think about I'll think about one subject, talk about that subject a lot, and then before I can finish the point of the first subject, my mind and my brain is already hyper fixated on the second subject, and suddenly I want to talk about the second subject so bad, and then so forth and so forth. So if I do that, forgive me if I can't moderate my chat as much, and I forget my certain points. But man, I went from, I remember we were talking about everything in this stream. Yeah, so Morning 3000 says, I also play bass, although if I was to sing again, I'd attempt singing Acid Bath. Ooh, I don't know that, but it's like, sounds like you know your shit. That's pretty damn cool. Bass is a very, very cool instrument. It is underrated. It is like, oh, I can like go to sleep and vibe to like someone like jamming out on the bass. So Levi's Laugh Factory says, I don't write, I just thought it would be a cool idea. One of my friends is actually a really good writer. So, and anybody's new in the chat, again, anything you should know about me is that I love marketing my friends. I am a part of a small VTuber group. They mean a lot to me. But yeah, so if I mention them, their name is C's, that's them. Feel free to check them out if you're down to. But one of my friends is really good talented writer. He wanted to write his own book one day. He's actually starting that. So Morgan 3000 says, pretty much I'm a sludge metal head and punk. Ooh, I got both of their CDs. Oh, you know what? Oh my god, Morgan, you reminded me of something. I feel so bad. Hold on, let me. Oh my god, So here's the thing, as a streamer, I wish I had a dual monitor. No, I have a dual monitor and it's fucking beautiful. But I wish I had a third monitor. Why is my hair black? Yeah, I wish I had another monitor. Okay, there we go. There we go. I knew it. Okay, Morgan 3000, I am finally following you. I have a list of people that I want to follow that's written on my paper, and every time I say I'll do it, I keep forgetting. So it's like, ooh, I'm excited to see the next time you play your drums. I think that's gonna be pretty dope. Let me see. Oh god, I have a tab full of fried ice cream. I really am a fat ass. I have tabs of food on my Google, not my Google Chrome, my Opera. I use Opera GX. So Levi's Laugh Factory says, I'm a metalhead all the way, even though I get made fun of for listening to metal, which is complete bullshit. That's so doofy. Okay, so I'm in a mental health program. Not mental health program, a mental health master's program for counseling, because I want to be a therapist one day. I know I'm already a nurse, but I just, I love it. I love healthcare. Anyways, as I was saying, I have a classmate who's really into metal, and she talks a lot about it. And I'm not into metal the way she is, but it's like, every time she walks into class, I'm getting some boss, attractive, hardcore vibes from her, because like her look is so damn cool. Like I don't know how to describe it, but I love her aesthetic. I love what she's into. I know Cream's into metal. So Cream_Chan, she's also one of my friends in my VTuber squad. She's a cute little mage elf, but she becomes an obsidian witch every October. Be sure to check her out. She actually really likes metal, which is funny because like with her cute little innocent voice, like you wouldn't have guessed she's a metal fan, but no, that shits her food. Unfortunately, I don't know exactly the music band she's into, but maybe one of these days when she's in chat, I'll ask her. 30,000 says, hell yeah, thanks for the also joined your server, by the way. Oh, you did? Oh, awesome. Nice. Oh, cool. Let me see. Ooh, oh, you did. Thanks so much. So Levi's Laugh Factory says metal is the only genre that's good with any other genre. Oh, interesting. Huh. Bold statement. Oh, and while you're talking monitors, I got 3 monitors mostly. The other 2 are just TVs I got used. See, okay. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I really want to have a 3rd monitor because when it comes to like VTubing or just like streaming in general, like, I am so worried that I'm gonna accidentally misclick something on like between my dual monitors, and I'm using so many programs every time I stream. So yeah, that really would be like convenient if I did that. But anyways, okay. You know what? I really wanna. I am so in the mood to like hang out and chat more, but I really do have to cap stream here just because so I have a VTuber meeting in a couple of minutes, but I just wanna have my little food and water break while I do. So anyways, I just want to say thank you guys so much for popping in my stream and talking to me as much as you could. Even if you guys were here to like lurk while you're doing stuff, honestly, I really appreciate. Axel says, bro, I just got back from the shower. You joined as well. Oh, nice, you joined. Thanks for joining the server, Levi's. I have a pretty small community going on, but I can honestly say they're one of the nicest people I met. They're really easy to socialize with. Axel says, no, you're not allowed to leave. Damn you, Axel. I was having the best speeches ever in my chat stream, and you took a shower. I'm kidding. What was I gonna say? Oh, and you missed the end of Mimic stream too. I had the best passionate speech / summary of the end of the first season of Sailor Moon, where the Sailor Warriors canonically died. Yes, you heard me. They canonically died. Oh my god. Or I don't know. There's the VODs. I will still appreciate if you guys support the VODs of me and my homies as well. Darkheart says not a problem. If you ever need anything, my DMs are open. Hey, if you ever wanna, any of you guys who are new, if you ever wanna join my server, I do have a Discord server. Fair warning. Actually, no, there is no fair warning. We're all lovable and wholesome. I'm kidding. Okay, have a good one. Levi's Laugh Factory. That's such a funny name. Damn, Mimic took forever to end the puzzle. Okay, I'll join the server. You're already in the server, Doofy boy. Anyways, okay. Damn, okay. Now end the stream, Cake. What are you doing? What's stopping you? Okay. Damn, my background do be looking fresh. Look at that. Well, I mean, you guys have been seeing already. But anyways. Alright, have a good one, you guys. Have a good night. Stay safe. I'll still be awake, so if anybody just wants to, like, talk or, like, chat in the server, I'm still around. I'm just, chatting with the homies. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.